Welcome to Joy News at 6. The news is live on Joy 99.7 FM and Hits 103.9 FM in Accra and Kumasi. We're live on 99.5 FM and over 30 affiliates across Ghana's 16 regions, including Sankara FM Yendi, Castle FM Cape Coast, Laura FM Laura, Radio Max Takrady, Get Radio TV, and online content on the myjoyonline.com interactive app. Coming up, Occupy Jubilee House protest to go ahead this morning despite police insisting it has an injunction to hold the demonstration.
So as long as we do not have an injunction of the court, we will proceed. If we are still with an injunction of the court, then absolutely call off the protest.
We have details of a police statement. Also, former Auditor General Daniel Domlevel backs calls for the removal of the Finance Minister and the Governor of the Bank of Ghana to restore confidence in the ailing economy.
I said he should be removed, not because I have anything against him personally. What I'm saying is that at times you must make changes to give confidence to the system.
In Business, Association of Ghana Industries described contraction of the industry sector in the second quarter of this year as not surprising, saying government must do more to turn around a dwindling manufacturing sector. We have details in Joy Business Report later, and later pursuing a desired career or making money to be comfortable.
I didn't forget about school entirely. I only diverted so that I could earn some money. When I can afford to pay my tuition and take care of myself and my family, then I'll return to the classroom.
Details of that in today's Stories of Hope. I am Amesi Nyamiche Thompson. Thanks for choosing us. Now, organizers of Occupy Jubilee House are proceeding with their planned protest this morning, undeterred by police efforts to secure a court injunction. The Accra-based civil society group Democracy Hub has previously informed the police about their intention to hold a protest today in Nkrumah Memorial Day, targeting the Jubilee House. Their aim is to call the president and members of the economic management team out on current economic challenges facing the country. While the police claim to have served organizers with a court application, the group disputes this and remains committed to its protest. Oliver Bakavomo speaks for the group.
As far as I'm concerned, they are claiming that an application has been made. And by their own admission, there is no court order which is stopping the process from going ahead.
If you are served, would you call the protest off?
No, if we are served, unless we are served, and let me be clear, unless we are served with a court injunction that requires us not to go ahead, because one of the things we do not want to is to follow those who have decided that they are not going to respect the authority of our democracy and join them in their misbehavior. So as long as we do not have an injunction of the court, we will proceed. If we are served with an injunction of the court, then absolutely call off the protest. The only thing that can go wrong is that the police will not respect their legal obligations. But I have ultimate faith in our democracy that the right thing would prevail.
Well, Mr. Bakavomo says they have plans to ensure protesters don't indulge in acts that will be infringing on the laws of the land.
So they may go ahead and decide to do whatever. In fact, I cannot control what they decide to do. What I am telling you is that we are going to show up, we're going to be peaceful, we're going to have our hands raised all the time to show that we have no intention of attacking the police or whatsoever. And if they put any roadblock, we're just going to stand in front of the roadblock without breaching that. But what we want to show is that we want to stare down abuse of power and show that it is ultimately resistance and the morality of justice that wins.
Well, the Ghana Police Service insists it has served organizers of the demonstration to halt it. Now, my colleague Samuel Imbura joins me with details of that. Samuel, what does the statement say?
According to the Ghana Police Service, the organizers were indeed served with the application on September 19, 2023 through their lawyers Atuguba and Associates. Therefore, the organizers were aware of the pending court application slated for determination on September 26, 2023. The police emphasized that the service of the process on the lawyers was elected by the organizers themselves in their notification letter to the police. They are therefore urging the public to disregard any invitation to participate in an unlawful demonstration by the organizers.
Thank you, Samuel Imbura. Meanwhile, Presidential Staffer and Executive Secretary of the Inter-Ministerial Coordinating Committee on Decentralization, Dennis Miracle Abwaji, says government has no concerns with the protesters.
Government has no reason to be worried if anybody was to protest. I'll be surprised if anybody without a selfish parochial interest would accept that government has anything to do with it. The police have a job to do. Let's allow the police to do their job. Let's allow protesters to protest. Let's allow the protesters to do that within the law. Let's allow the police also to do their work within the law. If government has anything to do or say with or for or against a protest, the government will say so.
Well, he had Executive Secretary of the Interministerial Coordinating Committee on Decentralization, Dennis Miracle Abuaje. Former Auditor General Daniel Domlevo is throwing his weight behind calls for the removal of the Finance Minister and the Governor of the Bank of Ghana. The two managers of the economy have come under massive pressure for the current state of the economy, with many demanding their sack. Speaking to Raymond Aqua on Upfront, the former Auditor General insisted they should leave office to restore confidence in the economy.
The Minister of Finance.
He should go?
Yes. The economy is in trouble. And when I saw a group of members of parliament asking for his dismissal, I thought it should be done.
Okay.
Yes, at least to give confidence to the system that, look, we are serious. We want to get people who should go. But he is still there. I said he should be removed, not because I have anything against him personally. What I'm saying is that at times you must make changes to give confidence to the system.
Mr. Domlevo has also been downplaying President Akufo-Addo's self-assessment of his fight against corruption.
I don't believe that the president was very objective and sincere with us. I don't believe that. Because, you see, many times he even preempts the investigation. So remember, all this investigative machinery are under the president. No matter how independent you are, we have some respect for the presidency. If the first man, the first gentleman of the state is already taking sides or maybe expecting that nothing should happen, then are you surprised if nothing happens?
Daniel Domlevo is former Auditor General. Tax consultant Kwekweje Nyamiche has criticized the approach used by the Ghana Revenue Authority to collect taxes from the Ghana Union of Traders Association, GUTA. GUTA has accused the collector of consistently intercepting their already cleared goods over allegations of under-declaration. Listen to President Dr. Joseph Obeng.
A few days ago, our Ashanti Region branch issued a press conference on this constant harassment and intimidation of traders in the region by GRE officers after their cargoes have passed through the due clearing processes at the port of Tema and released them to them. The GRA cannot assign any cogent reason for the harassment of the traders in the Ashanti region. We are not going to play victims and allowing ourselves as pupils to be played, but resist henceforth any further attempt of harassment from any quarter.
While weighing in on the issue, tax consultant Kwekweje Nyamiche says the GRA's approach is wrong.
What baffles my mind is before the goods leave the port, they are being valued and they pay the taxes on. So I don't think those who are on the road, their duty is to revalue goods again, but they are there to ensure that any goods that are passing have all the taxes have been paid for, which I believe when they are transporting the goods, they have a document, well-built document that shows that duties have been paid on. Officers going to their shop to sit there. I think that is not the best approach that
You had tax consultant Kwekweje Nyamiche. Now, to work or to stay in school, Michael kept tossing this coin till he settled on working so he can offer his family a good life. This was also a sacrifice he made because his dream of becoming an IT expert is hanging in the balance now. But as zealous Michael tells Hannah Adami, time is not a factor for him in the pursuit of that dream. He explains why in today's edition of Stories of Hope.
Michael rides a tricycle popularly known as Pragya in Ghana. The three-wheeled, four-seater yellow-sprayed vehicle with black trampoline windows is what puts food on the table for two children and a wife. He is comfortable for now.
What I've decided to do is to save between 250 to 300 cedis every week.
Michael, however, didn't set out to be a tricycle rider. He was a student of the National Institute of Information Technology, NIIT, a path he chose so become an IT expert.
I didn't forget about school entirely. I only diverted so that I could earn some money. when I can afford to pay my tuition and take care of myself and my family, then I'll return to the classroom. Everyone who is motivated can achieve anything and everything, just as I'm doing.
Hannah Odame for Joy News.
And that's Michael's story of hope. I hope that inspires someone out there. And that brings us to the end of the bulletin. And our top story, occupied Jubilee House protests to go ahead this morning, despite police insisting it has an injunction to halt the demonstration. I'm Amusing Amchit Thompson. Business is next on the Super Morning Show.
You know, your Papa see that? And it's rickety car. Hey, Papa! Bobo, so how your engine now? It is half man, half amazing. Thanks to Quartz and you can feel better energy. Can't touch this. Actually, guys, so Sancho's engine just died like that. Yes, so somebody managed to convince him that there is a better engine oil than Quartz, and he switched. Sancho Panzapa. Now, which engine oil can be better than Quartz? No other, my guy. Quartz with its age-resistant technology, it keeps your engine younger for longer. Now you know. Have you guys seen the new bottle design? It's superb. Quartz 9000 from Total Energies there improves fuel efficiency. Why do you think Mr. Mane and Logoso have taken the Quartz Nation Movement World Cup like that? Sorry, Chairman Omani. Chairman. Quartz. Keep your engine younger for longer.
Behind every door lies a world of opportunities.
And with Access Flexible Loans, you hold the master key to open all the doors to your dreams.
Doors to a new horizon and everything you could ever dream of. At ABSA, we help you open the doors to all your dreams. Whether you want to buy a home, a plot of land, or finance your personal projects, our flexible personal loans, mortgage, and credit cards can make it happen. Visit absa.com.gh to discover how to get things done. That's Africanacity. That's ABSA. Terms and conditions apply.
Guess what? Orca Decor is still celebrating our 20th anniversary. Get 50% off top quality furniture, accessories, decor, and more. Hurry, oh, hurry. The items are flying off the shelves. Visit Orca on Spintex Road and the newly opened Accra Mall branch today.
Yeah, Charlie, so many vibes and I want 10 father, my sanaba. My mini papa and you're not for more fear no more quintum. Trebiania, so a maniscaco fear and fancy that near fear for before Javasi no parking. A bear man Sujai Casa. Thanks to Sukasa, how hard to your nature. Sukasa see a damn brony friend affordable luxury homes, or more 2, 3, 4 bedrooms, where you're fully gated or grants and communities, or more malls, clubhouse, and all social amenities, plus 24-hour security. Almost our flexible payments, and yeah, I know my dear Dal Casa, plus 100% guaranteed cashback. Yes, 100% guaranteed cashback. No quick finances stories. Contact Sukasa right now through phone calls or WhatsApp on 030-296-0865 and 055-369-7886. Charlie social media so more, baby. You can find them on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, and YouTube at Sukasa GH. Email Susie at info@sukasa.com.gh. Sukasa, building on trust.
This is a groundbreaking collaboration that has changed the game for Ghanaians. DVLA has partnered with Ghana Post to bring unprecedented convenience and accessibility to our valued customers. Under this agreement, your driver's license will be delivered to you anywhere in Ghana upon your request. Our aim is to provide our customers with seamless customer-friendly services, and this collaboration has brought us a step closer to achieving that. So, take advantage of this partnership and get your driver's license delivered to you wherever you are. DVLA, your safety, our concern. This advert is brought to you by DVLA and Ghana Post.
Charlie, that be the sound you hear when things make hot. I'm sure this is not battery, just cash flow. Laja no day. It is safe to say we are all facing challenging times. We are all wondering how we are going to lighten our financial burdens. Nowhere cool. But don't worry, with a little help from your trusted bank, Societe Generale Ghana, be fine. Societe Generale Ghana is making all its customers happy with the Yatiso Loans promo. In fact, SG Ghana customers and even non-customers who are on the controller and accountant general payroll can and enjoy access to our amazing discounted loans. Don't waste time. Get your loan today. Step into a branch or call 0302-214-314 to get the ball rolling. Terms and conditions apply. Remember, promotion ends on 29 September 2023. Societe Generale Ghana. The future is you.
Just be happy. Don't you worry.
Marmi AC.
Kojo.
Happy Nkrumah Day.
Thank you.
So, today we're having a bit of a, I don't know if I should call it a debate, but we're trying to figure out why we haven't had another Nkrumah since Nkrumah. Yeah, I'm very curious.
In fact, Charlie, it's a question you've asked, though.
After he was ousted, after he was overthrown, he gave a speech. This is the speech he gave immediately after he was overthrown. I just want you to hear a little bit of what he said. Right. Listen.
Together, we can put our Ghana firmly and squarely on its own feet. Together, we can create the things we need for ourselves instead of going cap in hand for charity handouts from foreign powers whose only wish is to exploit us and make us vassals to their interests. I know these are hard and trying days for you.
He had been ousted, but he was encouraging Ghanaians. And he said something important. He said, look, no matter what, even if you've removed me, please don't go cap in hand to those.
My goodness.
It's like he knew.
The man was a visionary. And I don't know where we'll get such a person ever again in our country.
In the Joy News
to think up.
Mamie Thompson is the next Kwame Nkrumah.
I receive it.
Hallelujah.
Amen.
All right, so let's be grateful. For the 6 a.m. news, we are showing our gratitude to Total Energies. Total, we go the extra mile for you. And Absa Bank Ghana Limited, helping you find a way to get things done. Mamiesi Thompson now brings you the Joy Business Report by the kind courtesy of Glyco Life Travel Insurance. Glyco, we cushion you for life. And Africa World Airlines, touching Africa, touching the world.
It's time for the Joy Business Report with me, Mamisi Ngamiche Thompson. In our headlines, Association of Ghana Industries describes contraction of the sector in the second quarter of this year as unsurprising, saying government must do more to turn around the dwindling manufacturing sector. Also, only 5 banks scored above the threshold of 98% in the latest Customer Satisfaction Index by the Chartered Institute of Marketing. Also, Ghana Revenue Authority pledges to expand its enforcement drive to cover all forms of taxes rather than focus on just the value-added tax. Thanks for staying with us. Now, the Association of Ghana Industries, AGI, has described contraction of the industry or sector as not surprising. According to latest figures by the Statistical Service, though Ghana's economy grew by 3.2% in the second quarter of this year, the industry contracted by 1.9%. Speaking to Joy Business, the Greater Accra Regional Chairman Chona Makbalu said the manufacturing sector, which falls under industry, is no longer attractive. He's therefore calling on government to create an enabling environment for the growth of local industries to discourage importation.
Government itself is very committed. In fact, we have had several deliberations where they have great documents. They have the National Industrialization Transformation Agenda and all of that. Great documents, great ideas. But it is one thing to really formulate the policies. It is another thing ensuring that they are implemented to achieve the result. It is not enough. What government is doing is not enough to cushion industry. We really need to see more. We need to see a situation where industry pay less the electricity bill and water bill, not household. It is time we see industry borrow money at 10%, 8%, as you will get in Ethiopia or South Africa.
AGI's Greater Accra Regional Chairman Chonam Akpelu there. Now, only 5 banks scored above the threshold of 98% in the latest Customer Satisfaction Index by the Chartered Institute of Marketing Ghana, CIMG. This is an improvement over the 2021 edition, where only 2 banks met the threshold. According to the survey, Universal Merchant Bank tops the list, followed by Stanbic Bank. They scored 99.7% and 99.5% respectively. He is a lead researcher and chief executive for the Consumer Insights Consult Limited, Dr. Irenus Gundona.
Overall, when you look at the level of service quality, it went up as a measure by 5%. But however, we had a challenge when it came to remote banking, where I refer to as digital banking. There's a long route for us. The overall industry declined by 1%. And it's even worse when you disaggregate the data to the various banks. The performance there was quite low. So it's something that the banks will need to look at, improve technology so that customers can experience the level of service quality when it comes to the digital and remote banking. So overall, that is what we had for this year.
Now, commercial banks are pushing for minimal capital requirement review to be tied to the risk of financial institutions. Bank of Ghana is looking at adjusting the amount capital that commercial banks should hold. This was after it asked the banks to submit their recapitalization plans. John Ewa is chief executive of the Association of Banks.
As a bank, the basic principle is you keep your capital that is commensurate with the level of risk that you are taking. So if you have these risk assets on your books, then that will determine how much capital you need to support that volume of risk or the value of risk that you have on your balance sheet. So the Basel Accord does not technically tell you put X amount of capital. It says that as you are taking on risk, you have to have the right capital levels to support. When it was 400 million, there were banks in this country that had in excess of $1 billion in capital. There were some banks in excess of 2 billion in equity. The regulatory requirement is the minimum benchmark that as a bank you are supposed to keep. But depending on your level of risk that you are assuming, undertaking transactions over transactions, granting facilities here and there, of course that is what will drive the amount of capital that you will need.
John Ewa is chief executive of the Ghana Association of Banks. The Ghana Revenue Authority has pledged to expand its enforcement drive to cover all forms of taxes rather than focusing on just the value-added tax. According to Assistant Commissioner in charge of enforcement at Accra Central, Joseph Annan, this has become necessary to ensure that the state is not denied adequate tax revenue. He's cautioning individuals and businesses that attempt to resist the authority to face the full rigors of the law. He spoke to Joy Business after an exercise where 12 retail shop owners were invited to answer questions on their failure to register and issue VAT invoice.
We are doing total tax compliance because the tax is not limited to VAT. It's CIT, PAYE, PIT, excise, tax stamp. We are looking at all taxes that are applicable to a particular taxpayer that we visit. So we are not limiting our search to only VAT. That is why when we come to an area, we look around and see taxpayers who qualify to register for one tax type or the other. And I'm telling the public that is how we are going to approach our quest to increase our collection, that is a tax collection in this country. So it is not only VAT that you must comply with, but you must comply with all tax types. And we are going to go into our system when we come to you to look at all other tax types that are applicable to your business to know whether you are compliant.
Now, the chief executive of Nutri Health Foods and Beverages, Wahima Intim, is urging entrepreneurs to pay critical attention to the packaging of their products as a selling point for most products. Now, according to her, packaging will give an entrepreneur an added advantage over similar products in the market. She spoke on Joy Business Masterclass program.
Entrepreneurs should pay a lot of attention to how they brand
and package, because it makes a huge difference between what you are able to sell the product at. I think there are a lot of opportunities that are untapped, and so the value addition helps you to create a business right here. I mean, now all sorts of interesting things coming up. I just bought more money in a tube. So many things that can be packaged. Not always about the money. You can start small and scale up and build up.
The National Information Technology Agency, NITA, has stated that it will partner private sector players to expand infrastructure in the country. This NITA is hopeful will quickly drive government's digitalization agenda. Speaking at the launch of 20th anniversary of Pan-African Tech Solution Provider CWG, the Director General Richard Otrifosu, in a speech read on his behalf, said engaging the private sector will propel the growth in digital inclusion.
NITA serves as a regulatory body that ensures the compliance with ICT laws, regulations, and standards. It sets guidelines and frameworks that governs the use of information technology in various sectors, including telecommunication, banking, healthcare, and government agencies. By establishing and enforcing these regulations, NITA strives to create a secure and efficient ICT ecosystem, and we value the role of CWG and other stakeholders in this respect. It is significant to mention that NITA has since May 2001 handled the operations of the National Data Center and the Eastern Corridor Fiber Optic Network to a technical partner, that's Martin Fracco.
Yabwedu speaking on behalf of the Director General of NITA, Richard Otrifosu, on the 20th anniversary launch of Pan-African Tech Solution Provider. And now to Investor Eye. You do not necessarily have to believe everybody who purports to come from a credible investment company or even a regulator such as the Bank of Ghana to sell an investment product to you. Always do a background check on the person or send an email to the company to verify the authenticity of the person. Listen to the head of technical ICT and digital forensic at the Economic and Organized Crime Office, Amankwa Atta.
Impersonations come. Fraudsters may impersonate government agents, bank, or well-known companies to gain trust. They use this to trust or trick individuals into revealing personal information or making fraudulent payments. Be cautious when receiving communication from organizations requesting personal information. Verify their legitimacy directly through official channels, such as contacting the organization using their official contact line.
And that's head of technical and ICT digital forensic at the Economic and Organized Crime Office, Amankwa Atta. To the commodities market, crude oil lost marginally to open trading at $92 a barrel. Gold is selling at $1,920 an ounce after losing almost $2. Cocoa is trading at $3,570 a ton after falling by $72. And that's it for the Joy Business Report. I am Amisi Amiche Thompson. Back to you, Kojo.
Oh, back to me, eh? Oh, thank you, Mami. Thank you so much. So we'll do the debate and we'll see why you are the next Osajifo, okay?
Certainly.
All right. Mami AC returns tomorrow with even more on the 6 a.m. bulletin. But right now, I think it's time for us to get inspired. Anambwa. Yeah, let's do that. And I think this song really does it. I mean, today we're celebrating the man himself, Osajifo, Dr. Kwame Nkrumah. So I think it's natural that we would, enjoy songs that make us think of him. And so here's one, EL featuring Obrafo. Happy Kwame Nkrumah Day to you, Raymond.
Freedom.
Freedom. God bless you.
Comrade.
Who is your comrade?
Oh, I thought that we all, as people who are right-thinking in a society that needs progress, align to one side only.
Capitalists like you can't
we
be
look neither left or right.
We look down.
Forward.
We look down.
Oh. I have been asking a question to people that I can ask, right?
Ask me.
On this day, every day I ask people, how many of the Nkrumah books have you read?
Only one. I confess to you, I've read only one of Nkrumah's books. Yes, I'm not proud of it, but I think it's the best one. All right, so our inspirational song was brought to us by Duraplas Ghana Limited, producers of quality PVC pipes and HDPE pipes as well. Not forgetting Water Tank. Where Duraplas goes, water flows. So, shall we get into the Drive Safe campaign?
Yes, and the Drive Safe campaign is brought to you by Joy News and the Multimedia Group, supported by Toyota Superior Quality. Avoid all distractions, keep both eyes on the road and hands on the steering wheel, be visible, drive with your lights on. That's how to ensure, your safe arrival. And today, the roads are a bit, quiet because it's a holiday. And I did not see people driving recklessly, but hopefully they will continue throughout the day. Some of the days that we have our most terrible behavior by drivers is holidays, then during the Yuletide, festive days, and all the other connectivities. Perhaps it's the excitement around
the thought days. That there aren't that many cars on the road.
Yes, or the abuse of illegal substance and its related effects.
Oh.
Yes, but today let's make an incident free, okay? Let's reflect more on
the legal substances are sometimes even more dangerous than the illegal ones.
Anyway, that's interesting. You want to make the legal versus
all right,
illegal.
let's do the Drive Safe campaign. Okay, so obviously, we want to be careful on the roads, even though there isn't much traffic. In fact, don't be lulled into a false sense of security.
That's true.
And start driving super fast, because if some obstacle pops up on the road without you expecting it, it could be a disaster. You don't want a holiday to turn into a disaster for you. So drive safe, please. All right, let's learn how to say it right. And it's brought to you by Kingdom Books. At Kingdom, quality and affordability are their hallmarks. And Societe Generale Bank Ghana, the future is you.
Something must be done.
You say either, I say either.
I noticed as I was leaving my house that my bin was almost full to the brim. Thankfully, it's Thursday, so the bin men will be along to dispose of it. And that reminds me, here's another phrase for say it right. The proper expression is dispose of it, not dispose it of. Admittedly, this does confuse a lot of people. My easy way of remembering is that when you dispose of something, you get rid of it. You get rid of it. You don't get rid it of. So you dispose of it. You don't dispose it of. That should help us all say it right.
Let's call the whole thing.
Right, now before we get into the news review brought to us by First Atlantic Bank, refreshingly different, and Syntex Tank, air strong, air tough, Raymond, last night you spoke to Daniel Domelevo on Upfront.
Yeah.
He talked, two things he talked about that I found interesting. First of all, he seems to be in support of the of the calls for the resignation of the finance minister and the governor of the Bank of Ghana. And second, he's not very impressed by the president's touting of his anti-corruption credentials. Let's listen to what he had to say on those two topics.
The Minister of Finance.
He should go?
Yes. The economy is in trouble. And when I saw a group of members of parliament asking for his dismissal, I thought it should be done.
Okay.
Yes, at least to give confidence to the system that look, we are serious. We want to get people who should go. But he is still there. I said he should be removed, not because I have anything against him personally. What I'm saying is that at times you must make changes to give confidence to the system. I don't believe that the president was very objective and sincere with us. I don't believe that. Because, you see, Many times he even preempts the investigation. So remember, all these investigative machinery are under the president. No matter how independent you are, we have some respect for the presidency. If the first man, the first gentleman of the state is already taking sides or maybe expecting that nothing should happen, then are you surprised if nothing happens?
Domilavisi. Look, I mean, first of all, you know how disappointed I am that Parliament lost steam in their bid to have the finance minister removed. As for the governor of the Bank of Ghana, I mean, I don't know what his moral basis is for remaining in office. I don't know. Maybe he has to explain it to us, why he thinks morally, after everything that has happened and what he has allowed to happen, that he should actually remain governor.
I think there is this thinking in the Republic, mostly, is that, well, if the people who appointed me are still perhaps okay with me.
But you don't work for, you see, that's the thing.
Yeah.
Every time someone is appointed, they believe that the only person they are there to serve is the one who appointed them.
Yeah.
They don't understand that they have been appointed to serve the people of Ghana.
And
they don't get that.
The most erroneous thinking around that is that they call themselves public servants. Which public were they serving at the time? And whose interests were they protected in the first place? So, Kojo, it's almost like, because we appointed the president, if he appoints you, you are only beholden to him. I've heard, and I mean, it's not only the governor of the Bank of Ghana. I've heard even, what do you call it, the Attorney General says, I advise the president, I advise government. But those positions are purely public service positions. If you understand that role, you know that your actions, no matter what it means, it's always in the interest of the
public.
Yes. And sometimes you need to save the public from even the person who appointed you.
Exactly.
And men of metal have done so before, even if it costs them their jobs.
Yeah.
Yes, and they don't care. But it looks like we are so much interested in the trappings of the job that living becomes a difficult thing for us. So after 2016, Kojo, we strengthened the Bank of Ghana Act.
Yeah.
That Act 930 gave so much power to governor to even disregard direction from anybody that actually doesn't fit. In fact,
good reason.
Even we, the ordinary people, may not be able to direct the governor to do so, because those people, when they're unable to tame inflation, when they allow exchange rate to go out of haywire, out of range, economy is dead.
Yeah.
In fact, Dr. John Baden has a book about how the exchange rate is directly related to the stability of a country. And it actually details countries which have survived, those who struggled, and how they struggled, and how it boils down to how they manage their currency. Of course, and in linked with that, their cedi, and which is predominantly the job of the central bank. So if you fail in that role, you have no business. In fact, there should be men who are principled enough to say, listen, I've failed, I want to leave, so that you find somebody else who you think can do this job properly to do it. Even if I did not directly give myself those orders. In any case, did you come to the people of this republic to say that I'm being pressured to do this or that, which is not in the collective interest of the state? They never do that.
Yeah.
So we are in a tight corner. We appoint people, and see, I have you asked this question. Sometimes the people who choose who becomes governor and co, what criteria do they use? Elsewhere, I know in the US, they will track from your publications. You're thinking about major issues. They will track from the things you have done in and out of government, and to see what your main theories are.
Because they want somebody to manage the central bank who is a safe pair of hands.
Brilliant.
That's the whole idea. It's not they want somebody who listen to them.
No.
Now if you know how to manage a central bank, why wouldn't you do it yourself? So why should you appoint someone who will come and listen to you? As if your way of managing the central bank is the best. Then manage it yourself. So if you bring in someone who you believe is a good manager of them, why would you then come and tell them what to do? You are an investment banker. You're an investment banker. Do you want to run this country like a hedge fund? Is that what you want to do? So why would you make the central bank lend to the government at such a rate? And why would you make it difficult for the central bank to actually control how much you have access to. When there's already a law, there are laws.
Yes.
They said you can't get 5% of last year's it will come to me. You can't get more than 5% of that. But we've given what if you take the amount that they borrow, it's over 30 something percent.
And even that, Kojo, let's think about it deeply. Yes, sometimes central banks intervene to do specific work. But was this justified? Was this the best use of our resource? And I've heard some say, oh, but for that, public servants would not have been paid. But for that, I mean, all of those excuses could be given. But we've seen very reckless behavior at the top two of the Apex Bank. And somebody should be able to take up responsibility and say, listen, we failed in this area. Listen, if you want to know how deeply even the central bank thinks about some of this, the finance minister, his recent defense of the central bank, he deliberately toed the line of asking for reform. I agree there should be reform of that particular space. But you can reform the institution 5 million times. If the right people are not there, it's completely useless. Because machines do not run themselves.
5% of the previous year's tax revenue.
Yeah.
You see how my brain has frozen this morning.
Now, if you think about it deeply this way, if you reform and change everybody and put even robots there, somebody will have to run them or retool them. We need people who are strong enough and strong in their conviction, who will say to them that I'm doing this because it's right. People have disagreed with how Ben Bernanke managed that financial crisis. But generally, the views have been on the positive side for him. But in our case, we consistently act like we do not know what we want to do. And if you are all going to be beholden to executive leadership, even people we have given extraordinary powers to, then of what use are they there? So, really, I am not one of those who really thinks, oh, we can sweep, because, listen, if we leave it to President Akufo-Addo alone, or Ken Ofori-Atta is not leaving office today, Governor of the Bank of Ghana will not leave office today, the individuals involved too do not have any compunction. They appear to be without scruples.
Ray, have you noticed something? Have you noticed that because the political season is gearing up, people have started focusing on those who they think will be running in the next election, and trying to hold them to account, rather than those who won the last election and are currently our leaders. So you will notice that whenever there is a criticism of the government's policies around the economy, the opposition, the political opposition, wants to blame either Baumia or, well, in the past, Alan Tremanting when he was still in the running. They want to blame them, right, for being members of the economic management team and blah, blah, blah. Nobody is pointing the finger at Ken Ofori-Atta and the president anymore. Meanwhile, they are still in charge. The president is still president of this country. Ken Ofori-Atta is still his finance minister, in spite of what we were told, that he promised his own MPs that after we get this domestic debt exchange program underway, he will step aside. In spite of that, he's still there. Now, you see, sometimes maybe the president, I don't know, does he forget that he's president? When he spoke at the hey, what's wrong with my brain this morning? The Bar Association conference. You remember he said that he's putting up his anti-corruption credentials for public scrutiny, right? And then he explained that he has never instructed any institution to exonerate anybody, so he's not a clearing agent. But he has forgotten the number of times that he has said that he doesn't believe that a person being investigated is guilty. Is he not the president? Does he not think that the things he wants will get done by his appointees?
And that he sends a signal through his speech to other people that you really will have to comply with what I think about the man.
But you are the president.
The latest is the very line to Cecilia Dapa. I am confident, like you, that at the end of the day, your integrity whilst in office will be fully established.
So which of his appointees wants to make him a liar? Which of his
so
appointees?
that if it's not established, it goes against the president's word.
Which of his appointees is motivated to do that?
I think that's what Daniel Domlevo was actually putting up right
Precisely.
now. That you don't send signals to people and pretend that you are not pressuring them.
Aye. So okay. Anyway, or maybe he thinks we're not paying attention. Because there are some instances where he doesn't need to wade in. Nobody has asked his opinion. He doesn't need to speak about it, but he chooses to. When he said that Akonta mining is not currently mining in a forest reserve, who had asked him a question?
Not, in fact, it's interesting. But I mean, that was his speech. Who
had asked him?
Saying
Who
that,
had asked him anything?
they are packed away. They are not doing it now, but they did it previously.
No,
that does not in any way. And this was at the time that we were told that the Ministry of Lands and Natural Resources was actively investigating this matter. And of course, I mean, it was also at the time that the people had actually burnt the evidence that was on the ground.
Thank you. They are going to burn the sheds and everything.
Yeah.
They had even completed the job. So the question is, I mean, if nobody has, requested your opinion on it, what is the value of speaking on it? What's the value? What's the idea? What's the point? Who are you speaking to?
Right? Let me bring you this other story. I saw it on City newsroom. It says 5 TR Media SHS students arrested for stabbing 12 Form 2 students. And it says 5 students of the Gomwa Potsin TR Media Senior High School have been arrested for their involvement in a violent attack that led to the injury of some 12 Form 2 students. The suspects, mostly from 3 students, carried out a 9-time attack on the Form 2 students at their dormitory in revenge for an earlier altercation between their colleague and a junior student. The attackers, led by some final year students, took advantage of the darkness on campus immediately after the sirens were signaled for lights out and launched the strike on the unsuspecting SHS2 students who were already in bed at the time. They stabbed some of the victims with knives and struck others with clubs. Now, they also blurred the vision of their victims with flashlights. Even though the school's security team and the Potsin Neighborhood Watch Committee responded swiftly, the attackers successfully injured 12 of their colleagues in this particular one. The victims were rushed to the polyclinic for treatment, and sources close to City News says the assault was revenge for an earlier altercation between an SHS2 student and an SHS3 student, in which the SHS2 student slapped his senior on Friday, September 8th that day. Can you believe that?
Ray, what's happening? What's happening to Ghanaians?
I mean, this is almost like London nightlife. You know how those gangsters form together with knives to go attack people?
What's happening to our minds? I'm really worried. What's happening to our minds? These are the youngest among us.
Yes.
Where did they learn this?
Which
of their elders gave them this example?
That's
to
attack
follow?
at night. You have to.
Where are they picking these ideologies from?
Man, it's interesting actually.
Right? One person slapped another.
Yeah.
It wasn't enough for those 2 people to deal with it in a school. I mean, it's not like this is not on the war front.
Yeah.
Okay, this is not in some military engagement. It's in a secondary school, in boarding school. One person slapped another. They couldn't figure out how to resolve it. These are teenagers. They couldn't figure out how. So rather, a bunch of them came together, and not only one of them thought stabbing is the answer. Several of them agreed. You see what I'm saying?
I get you, yeah.
Several of them all came to the same conclusion that, let's go kill these guys.
Use a deadly weapon in the process.
And they went ahead to do it. I hope nobody's dead. I hope.
No. They actually reported
that
they are receiving treatment.
Thank God for that.
12 injured are receiving treatment.
But what is happening to our minds, Ray?
I mean, it's strange, right? Ideally, see, all altercations in senior high school are predominantly with brawls. I mean, a bit of the exchange and all of that. Even that's not acceptable. But to extend it to this level, within the same school, between different year groups, it's... But, I mean, I won't say it's the exposure and other things connected to it.
What exposure?
Maybe they are learning from elsewhere. But this is not our style. This is really how we have engaged in brawls in a way.
From where? Honestly, from where? What movie are they watching that we didn't watch when we were young? What is influencing them that didn't exist when we were there? When we were in secondary school?
Hopefully, they will met out appropriate sanctions so that these things are stopped or prevented from occurring in the future.
Anyway, well, it's a holiday. The online review is usually brought to us by Zenith Bank in your best interest and Goyle Good Energy.
Now, what do you do when you run out of fuel in your vehicle, Kojo? Do you just top up anywhere? No, don't do that. No, you should not do that anyway. Because I know the kind of wonderful cars you drive. Let's introduce you to the Good Energy family and why you must be part of Gold Super XP Ron 95 and Diesel XP. These are the best quality fuels with high performance in town for your vehicle. Also, there's Gold Super XP Ron 95, a high grade fuel sold at same price as your normal fuel. So take note of that. You don't have to pay extra for it anyway. Now, Gold Diesel XP is low in sulfur, making it an eco-friendly option for your vehicle. With over 440 stations across the nation, you can't miss it. For every corner you find one. Every corner you turn. Join the family that rewards you with the quality for an energized driving experience. Gold Good Energy, Gold Jen Ara Yedim.
Ray, I've got to do this before we go for the BBC News, okay? There are 3 young girls who are listening to us, and these girls love Say It Right. And, they listen every morning. They're tuned in right now. So, hello and good morning to Gabrielle, Nela, and Anaya Essien. They are the daughters of the legendary chairman Essien, all tuned in this morning. Good morning to you, lovely ladies. Keep listening. All right, so on myjoyonline.com this morning, EC can go to court if it feels frustrated by Parliament regarding the CI. Andy Apiakubi is the one who's making that suggestion. EC doesn't need a new law to decentralize limited voter registration. Dafia Mekbo is the one saying that. There is likely to be a demonstration today. Occupy Julobi House demonstration. The organizers say that the organizers have duly been served court processes through their lawyers. That's according to the police. All right, time now for the BBC News, brought to us by Fidelity Bank. Believe with us.
For decades, we have helped businesses connect with their trade partners all over the globe. From Ghana to Burkina Faso, Côte d'Ivoire, Benin, Togo, Senegal, China, Morocco, France, Netherlands, and many other countries. We have made it possible to bring Ghana to the world. We have brought small and medium businesses closer to their customers across the regions in Ghana with our SME support facilities. We have brought relief and smiles to the faces of families with our employee personal loans. With our cutting-edge technology and digital support, we take the burden of complex thinking off you, making life simple. That is who we are, as close as a partner. Bank of Africa. We are indeed the African bank with the global reach.
Want to feel energized for more? Fuel up with Super XP Ron 95 and Diesel XP high performance products from Goyle. Our high grade fuel comes at no extra cost, but with more power. And our Diesel XP, it's low in sulfur, making it an eco-friendly option for your vehicle. Experience high performance and quality with our products. Available everywhere. Choose Super XP Ron 95 and Diesel XP for an energizing driving experience. Good energy.
Are you a corporate organization, e-commerce business, individual or student looking for a trusted courier company where you can track your package and receive SMS alerts to keep you posted? At IAS FedEx, we move your documents and parcels with care to the destination of your choice. With offices across the nation, we happily deliver your package to your office or the comfort of your home. With the assurance of safety and affordability giving you peace of mind, IAS FedEx has your package in good hands. Call us on +233 501 605,000 or +233 501 631,000. IAS, licensee of FedEx.
The search for a distinctive university to attend is now over. I introduce you to Heritage Christian College, located at Amasaman behind the Olympic Stadium, affiliated to KNUST and UCC and accredited by the Ghana Tertiary Education Commission.
The university offers Bachelor of Business Administration programs with options in accounting with computing, marketing, accounting, human resource management, business information technology management, entrepreneurship and technology innovation, Bachelor of Science courses in information technology and information security, nursing, and a Bachelor of Theology. We offer student entrepreneurship training with financial support.
The entry qualifications include WASI, SSCE, GBCE, HND, and diploma in relevant fields. Mature entrants can also come if they are 25 years and above.
We also offer 12-month Master of Science programs in accounting and taxation, accounting and finance, and human resource management.
Contact us on 0547 777 731.
Heritage Christian College, a university educating compassionate entrepreneurial leaders.
There's never been a better time to own a home. Republic Bank slashes interest rates on all its CD mortgage products. Yes, switch and sign on to any of our CD mortgages. Enjoy ultra low interest rates and pay less to live in your dream home. Coolé! Call 054 0109 649, 054 0109 901 or email myhome@republicghana.com. Offer is valid until 31st January 2024. Terms and conditions apply. Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
Business Daily is in 30 minutes.
India will soon welcome Tesla. US billionaire Elon Musk is negotiating hard to get his electric car here. But from production to charging facilities, is India's EV ecosystem ready for it?
This is the BBC World Service, the world's radio station. Welcome to the inquiry on the BBC World Service with me, Tanya Beckett. For a century, Americans have been enjoying longer and longer lives, but figures show that life expectancy in America has now dipped.
When we start taking Americans, before their time is up, before they've been able to, do everything that they want to do on this planet, in my mind, that's, the biggest injustice of them all.
The fall is largely due to the COVID pandemic, but there are several other factors.
It's unquestionable that the opioid epidemic has had an enormous impact on life expectancy in the United States.
Then, of course, there are shootings.
How big a problem are gun deaths in the United States when we look at the overall figures?
How high a mountain is Mount Everest?
This week on The Inquiry, we're asking, why is life expectancy falling in America?
Hello, I'm Moira Alderson with the BBC News. Poland has said it will no longer arm Ukraine and instead focus on its own defence. The remarks by the Polish Prime Minister Mateusz Morawiecki are the latest development in a row about his government's decision to ban grain imports from Ukraine. Warsaw has been one of Kiev's staunchest allies throughout its war with Russia, but polls suggest the governing Law and Justice Party is coming under pressure from rural voters. Radek Sikorski is a Polish member of the European Parliament.
We have a nasty general election next month, but supporting Ukraine is one of the few issues on which we have national consensus. And I don't know why this is happening, but we can already see that Moscow is delighted.
Peace talks are due to be held today between Azerbaijan and Armenian separatists from the breakaway territory of Nagorno-Karabakh. On Wednesday, Azerbaijan said it had restored full sovereignty to the region after completing a brief military operation. The discussions will be mediated by Russia. Here's Rehan Dmitry.
For Armenians, the top issue would be guarantees for their security and human rights. Thousands of people gathered yesterday outside the headquarters of a Russian peacekeeping contingent in the regional capital Stepanakert, hoping to be given safe passage to leave. But there is no humanitarian corridor for those who want to escape. However painful it may be for ethnic Armenians who have lived in Nagorno-Karabakh for centuries, many now may choose to abandon their homeland rather than live side by side with Azerbaijanis.
A BBC investigation has found that the social media app TikTok is driving online frenzies which encourage antisocial behaviour. The analysis reveals disproportionate amounts of shares, likes and comments on some topics, which then lead to disruption in everyday life. TikTok says its recommendation system is designed to prioritise safety and reflects conversations that are already happening. Police in South Korea have accused 17 American soldiers of distributing or using synthetic marijuana. The US troops have not yet been detained. It's now up to Korean prosecutors whether to bring charges against them. Jean McKenzie reports.
This is one of the largest drug investigations in recent years, involving some of the thousands of US soldiers who are stationed here in South Korea. They're accused of smuggling synthetic marijuana into the country using the US military postal service and then distributing it around one of the US Army bases. Synthetic marijuana, known as spice or K2, is illegal in South Korea. In a statement, the US military said it didn't condone any behaviours among its personnel that violated South Korean laws. This is a further embarrassment for the US after Private Travis King ran across the border to North Korea this summer after being charged with assault.
BBC News. Nearly 70 countries at the United Nations have signed the first ever treaty on protecting the international high seas. They include the United States, China and all members of the European Union. The accord aims to place 30% of the seas into protected areas by 2030 to help safeguard marine life. It was agreed earlier this year after more than a decade of negotiations. The United States is granting temporary legal status to nearly 500,000 Venezuelans already in the country, making it easier for them to start working. The measure's been a key demand of democratic officials, as increasing numbers of migrants have overwhelmed local resources. But the decision will draw criticism from Republicans, who say the Biden administration has been too soft on immigration. Australia's Prime Minister Anthony Albanese has announced a year-long inquiry into the government's handling of the coronavirus pandemic. The investigation will look at the health and economic issues exposed by COVID, as well as bureaucratic obstacles. Australian measures to contain the virus were some of the most restrictive in the world. Mr Albanese did not say whether the federal inquiry would have powers to force political leaders to testify. King Charles will address the French Parliament later, on the second day of his state visit. He's the first British monarch to give a speech from France's Senate chamber. He'll also travel to Notre Dame to see the restoration of the fire-damaged cathedral. Last night, at a banquet at the Palace of Versailles, the King spoke about strengthening the friendship between the two countries.
Working together with ambition and determination, who knows how far we can go. In all of this, we can count on our solid friendship, which is renewed and reinvigorated with each new generation. I would therefore like, if I may, to propose a toast to Mr. President, Madame Macron, and the people of France.
That's the latest world news from the BBC.
No matter your water needs, Syntex has it all. Syntex tank was first to introduce double layer tank, and now you can have as many layers as you want. Syntex tank was first to introduce white inner layer tanks in Ghana, and now introduces the customer specs order, which will let you order any color and size you want. Syntex tanks gives you the biggest warranty of 7 years, which no other tank gives you. So whatever your water consumption, size of project or demand, choose Syntex tank. Syntex tank, stress-free. Syntex tank, reliable. Syntex tank, maximum guarantee. Call 0244 335 168, Kumasi 0505 555 666, or visit syntexgh.com. Syntex tank, a strong, a tough.
He's up bright and early, serving your premium morning radio show. The Morning Man. It's the Morning Man, Kojo Jackson.
At long last, the battle has ended.
Episode again. Very good bad boy.
Ghana, your beloved country, is free forever.
Plenty questions, no answer. How come we dey sell the contract? Biggie lifestyle, small paper. It make you celebrate, you dey shuffle for counter. We get eyes but can't see. Bribery and corruption. Our leaders he take it but don't give. So make a ask, Nkrumah, where you dey? No be you talk say my beloved country is free forever, but still we dey suffer. Nkrumah, where you dey? It no be you talk say my beloved country is free forever, but your people still dey suffer. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Wahala dey, where the money go dey. Wahala dey, where the money go dey. Monday morning, Monday suffer, just to eat some bread and butter. Things they spoil, we know they bother. You they use $4 million just for soccer.
Enjoy on the set. The Super Morning Show is always the best. Today on Joy.
They say the York pretend it be like the West for Columbus. We again before we wise up. Welcome to Ghana. When you see go TV by force you for Roger. The church it any business center. Sell a sticker to protect me by the preacher get the bouncer. So make a ask, where them day? Our missing children, where them day? The Takra they can see where them day. Me I'm not afraid to say Nkrumah, where you day? No be you talk say my beloved country is free forever, but still we dey suffer. Nkrumah, where you day? No be you talk say.
Firmly and squarely on its own feet. Together, we can create the things we need for ourselves instead of going cap in hand for charity handouts from foreign powers whose only wish is to exploit us and make us vassals to their interests. I know these are hard and trying days for you.
My beloved country is free forever, but your people still dey suffer. Yeah, yeah,
yeah. So why have we not yet had another Nkrumah? I mean, it's been how many years now since he was overthrown? 1966. So what? 64 years, right? 63 years since he was overthrown, and we haven't had even one more Nkrumah.
If we had an Nkrumah, would you see it? Would we be able to identify it?
Why not?
Would it be obvious to us?
Well, Ray, let me ask you this.
Yes.
Have we had a leader who other people have looked at and thought,
basically all of them?
No, not one of them.
Oh no, but you think about it, oh.
It's never been it's always been this guy is incompetent. Get rid of him and let me come and do the right thing.
Oh, I thought that was the same. People can also learn from the incompetence of other people. Yes, and do more.
Yeah, look, those who removed Nkrumah, they removed him because they wanted to be the ones saving the nation.
Yeah.
So, have we? Is there anyone whose track record has been so enviable that others have wanted to come and do what he did?
I can't think of any. At least we are not. It's not. We are, I mean, the facts not even support that. Yesterday or the day before, yes. I mean, it was so clear when Kwame Nkrumah laid out the facts.
Monday.
Since the 60s, let's say early 70s, we have not been on the winning ways that we expect to be. But we pretend to ourselves that we are making so much progress. But painfully slow progress. Our compatriots, the likes of South Korea and Co., who we start on the same front with, who by 55 or 65 or 57, we are the same GDP with.
Yeah.
They are now 5 times our own. But we still gather a lot of momentum and celebrate, and we are happy. We do speeches. We ask for reparation. We are not even ashamed of ourselves.
Let's bear in mind that Nkrumah was president for what, 9 years?
Yes,
from
he
independence.
was leader of government business and later on became president.
Let's talk about from independence, because that's when Ghana came into existence, right?
57.
9 years. 9 years. That's just about a year, or maybe a few months more than any other president's two-term. Right?
Yes, true.
Can any president in this Fourth Republic who has served 2 terms compare their record to what Nkrumah achieved in 9 years?
Boot for boot. That one. They'll
This is the proper.
They'll lie to you.
This is boot for Afromosis.
I actually think that our people have been very candid with us. They've never done that openly. I've not seen any president say that, oh, I've done better than Nkrumah. No. I think they are a bit reserved.
We have had some of their acolytes
to
say that.
No, yes, but I mean, for presidency, I think they are a bit measured because it will be preposterous. It will be quite outrageous for you to make that claim, because it will not be not borne out by the facts, but you will look laughable because we have seen that. See, Robert Killick wrote a very huge book about the Nkrumah period. In fact, he tracked our economic development from independence straight down to the 70s and wrote about the Nkrumah period and how we're basically starting afresh and how the man spent quality time thinking. And to me, that's the most important part. Thinking about how a state should be organized, how the future should look like. See, it was Nkrumah's vision to put together Ghana Atomic Energy Commission.
Yes.
Now today, the world is swirling around atomic energy.
And ours is growing weeds.
Well. Now, but not only that, it was the same man's vision to build a certain fortress called Institute of African Studies. If you read the speech the man delivered that day about how the African identity will be key to the development of a country. Fast forward, we are not sure whether we are identifying ourselves or we
don't even have an identity. We don't have an identity. Anyway, while we are talking about all this, some people too want to go on demonstration. They want to go and occupy Jubilee House. They are calling it Julobi House. They want to go and occupy it, and it just brings back memories. We've seen this before. Who has forgotten this?
Social media bio. Facebook bio. Twitter bio. Google Plus bio.
My business has dipped. The currency has depreciated. You can't even get it to buy. You can't pay our staff. You're thinking of laying off your staff. Now it's actually tough.
The total denigration of the office of the president, the total lack of respect that in bulk, in mass, individually, Ghanaians now experience when you talk about issues pertaining to governance, government, the president.
This thing that, you should show respect. The other man is stealing, he's killing you. Why do you have to show respect to him? In Brazil, what happened? If the young man called Sule Muntari was not brave enough to slap somebody, do you think we would have known what was going on? No.
For me, it was very reminiscent of the 70s during a champion's time, which were really bad times, where we all slept at the petrol station. So that's indication that, you really need to get up and talk about it, because we cannot, as a nation that deserves so much more, come to this level.
laborers and their managers. It's about time we kick the laborers out and make the managers do the thinking. Ghana needs thinking people.
Your Excellency, our concerns in no particular order of importance are as follows. 1. The erratic supply of electricity nationwide. Dumso. The unreliable supply of potable water across the country, here in Accra itself. The ever depreciating value of the cedi. Constant increases in taxes. Inefficient revenue collection. Very poor road networks. Constant increments in utility tariffs. Frequent increase in the prices of petroleum products. Government's inability to make statutory payments timeously to schools, health facilities and other state institutions. Government's inability to address labor-related issues on a timely basis. Government's inability to exhibit decisive leadership in the fight against corruption. Government's inability to kick out incompetent and non-performing appointees. The over-politicization of socio-economic issues along partisan lines. Responsible governance. Happy people. Responsible governance. Happy people.
Bribery and corruption. Our leaders take it, but don't give.
Who can forget Occupy Flagstaff House?
You know the man who was reading the terms, right? Yeah, the demands.
Yes.
Yeah, he's the PMMC boss. You know, the Precious Minerals and Marketing Company.
Yes.
Currently. Shout outs to him, right?
Yes.
Big mountains.
That's right.
Yeah,
That's
I want him to join the Julobi one too.
I doubt he's available.
Oh, really?
Oh, he's busy.
The terms are different now.
PMMC is a very busy place, please.
Okay.
There's a lot of work to be done.
His hands and legs are very deep.
He's busy.
Okay.
That's all I'm saying.
He's selling gold, jewels.
Yeah.
He's actually doing
precious minerals.
I mean, listen, there's something to be said about, and I'm not sure. Maybe there are so many people within that space that we call middle class. So maybe some will be comfortable at a point in time, so they don't have to complain. At another time, others will not have to also complain. But generally, we all know that things are not as well as we want it to be. The consistency would have been that if you complained yesterday, you can complain today too. If you complained in 2016, like we did, you can complain today too. Except when your personal circumstances might have changed. If it does change, maybe it will influence our thinking. Whether that raises concerns about whether you are consistent, you are I want to use the other word, you are not fleeting in your thinking. That is also one other thing to say. But people can give up or be tired of pushing for greater things for society. They can actually be tired because they don't think nothing has changed. But they can also be tired because they have become beneficiaries and their hands, their necks are neck deep in the pie. So they have no time to breathe, even to actually talk about other matters. Those are lessons you learn in society. And see, I also heard Nanaya Kuntunkunuku Kenneth. Yes, deliver a very nice speech. He said, "This is very, let me use the right tone. This is very reminiscent of the 70s. These were pretty bad times. So we had to queue and some had to sleep at the fuel stations, right?
That's right.
Brilliant. So you can
nice
use
soft-spoken punches.
Brilliant. That has not changed. That's very consistent.
Somebody too was talking about the denigration.
Yes.
The denigration
of the office of the president.
The office of the president.
I'm not taking anything away from people who protest. I've done protests. I've been part of protests in times past. But the consistency expected of people who have difficulties with the state, especially when their personal circumstances reflect or do not reflect it, is what would cement their integrity. You get one point. I mean, I'm not saying that the fact that you protested as part of Fix the Country, what's the name of the group? Occupy Ghana. Doesn't mean that you should be protesting as part of Fix the Country. I'm not saying that. You can be tired, and can be retired, you can be sick, you can actually be fed up with demanding change in a society that's not changing. All of that can happen. I'm just saying that there's an expectation of consistency, an expectation that you do right by the people of this republic by not misrepresenting yourself in ways. In any case, if your personal circumstances have changed and you feel that it doesn't warrant you protesting too, that's fine.
But Ray, you know what? As for me, I think they are honest people. I think that those who protested back then, who are silent now, are just honest people. Back then, they were suffering. Things were hard. So they spoke up about it. Today, they are not suffering.
They don't have bonds.
So what's there to talk about?
They don't have bonds.
Share you, pa.
Joy, joy, joy. Sunshine and joy in the morning time. Yeah. Wake up to the super morning show. Yeah. Wake up to joy. Joy in the morning. Yeah. If you're turning on your radio, go for some joy in the morning. On the super morning show.
Welcome to the Joy Super Morning Show.
Unibond Crow Mercedes, right? Okay, well, Mercedes-Benz owners, there's some great news for you. Silver Star Auto says that, look, they've been the name behind Mercedes-Benz in Ghana for over 25 years. So now you have an opportunity, a green light, if you will, to bring your passenger or commercial vehicles for free inspection. You also get 15% discount on genuine spare parts. So why don't you go visit any of the Silver Star Auto outlets? In Accra, they are on Graphic Road. In Tema, you'll find them as well, and in Kumasi. So listen, the promo is on until the 30th of September 2023. Terms and conditions apply.
Kojo, the Sukasa or Granson Communities Affordable Luxury Housing Project is now rolling out its affordable housing units on sales for its 3-bedroom unit with an outhouse starting at $97,500, or its prevalent CD equivalent, and its 4-bedroom unit with an outhouse starting at $195,000, or its prevalent CD equivalent. We offer you various convenient payment options. Our projects are presently at East Legon Hills, specifically, and Ayimensa sites. We are located at the Lagos Avenue in East Legon. Call us on 0302960865 or WhatsApp 055-369-7886 for your enquiries. You can also reach us via email at info@sukasa.com.gh and on all our social media handles at SukasaGH. Sukasa, building on trust.
All right, so the 60th anniversary presidential luncheon of ICAG, the Institute of Chartered Accountants Ghana, is happening under the theme Our Planet, Our Health, Our Well-Being on the 28th of September this year. It's from noon at Kempinski Hotel in Gold Coast City, Accra. The guest of honor is Mr. Michael Mensah, Deputy CEO, Development Bank Ghana. Guest speaker is Dr. Felix Anya, Executive Chairman, Holy Trinity Medical Center. Go to icagh.org to register now. 1,200 Ghana cedis is all you need to register. You can call 0243-551-788 or 0208-920-373 for ticket reservation and sponsorship. ICAG Presidential Luncheon is a great platform for business networking and nurturing great partnerships, so don't miss it. It is proudly sponsored by PwC, Deloitte, KPMG, EY, BOG, GCB, Cocobod, Dion and Noed International, that's DNI, Obsidian Acherna, wow, love it, Vivo Energy, ACCA, SIC, Priority Insurance, Mazars, MTN, VRA, Nafaz RN Ventures, Casaprecon Enterprise Group, Total Family Health Organization, among others. Media partners are Graphic News Plus and the Multimedia Group.
Now, a poorly maintained car engine can age faster. That's why we offer specially formulated quartz engine oil with age resistance technology. It's a breakthrough innovation that ensures optimal performance for your engine and improves protection against mechanical wear by up to 74%, even under extreme temperatures and pressure. Choosing quartz from Total Energies is choosing the engine oil that keeps your engine running efficiently and effectively. Quartz. Keep your engine younger for longer.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, the Yatisu Loans promotion has been reloaded. That means it's been extended to the 29th of September 2023. So whatever you need, whether you want to pay bills or pay kids' school fees, refurbish your home or build your dream castle, SG Ghana gives you this amazing discounted interest rate on the Yatisu loans promo reloaded. It's on until the 29th of September, and you can get it from any of their 42 networked outlets, or just call 0302 214 314. Remember, terms and conditions apply. Societe Generale Ghana, the future is you.
Now, you're looking for a freight forwarding company to handle both your inbound and outbound shipments? If yes, look no further. The IAS FedEx offers a wide variety of international freight services, which include air freight, sea freight, be it less container load or full container load, customs, clearance, and documentation. Our international operations link more than 200 countries, supported by extensive domestic networks in all key markets, and offer a range of fast and direct freight services to suit your needs. We have dedicated staff who have in-depth knowledge in our local customs clearance processes and procedures. IAS FedEx pre-finances freight pickups up to an agreed threshold for our clients. Of course, terms and conditions apply. Please contact us now for free consultation on international freight services and customs clearance process on these numbers: 050-160-5000 or 050-163-1000. With IAS Ghana, your freight is firmly secured.
All right, well, here's some exciting news, and it's great news for all Fan Yogo lovers. Okay, yes, be it whichever constituency you live in. If you love Fan Yogo, then this is great news for you. Fan Yogo is back, and you know they always say it's good for you. Yo. Well, listen, Fan Yogo is Ghana's #1 tasty and refreshing cool treat. And the taste has been restored, so you get that ever refreshing reminiscence from your blasts from the past. Whether it's the classic strawberry or the exciting new mango passion, Fan Yogo is here to refresh and quench you on the go. So wherever you are, whatever you're doing, just grab a Fan Yogo now to relive your best moments of the good old days. Hashtag Fan Yogo is back. Fan Yogo, so cool, so good.
Now, at Fidelity Bank, September is Sustainability Bank.
Apology juice.
The very best one, anyway. It's good for you. Yo. Okay, now, at Fidelity Bank, September is Sustainability Month. As part of our Sustainability Month, we are organizing a blood donation exercise. So could you join Fidelity Bank's blood donation on September 22? That's tomorrow, right? Anyway, at our Ridge Head Office car park. Make a difference. Believe with us and let us save lives. Visit the car park at the Fidelity Bank office at Ridge Towers and donate this Friday. You'll surely see Kojo there too. I mean, just tomorrow. Yeah, Kojo will be live donating blood. I am insisting that others that I've seen who have never donated blood in their lives, yes, Mela, for example, then Samuel Damitu has never donated. I have it on record. Yeah, who? Aaron.
Record.
Yes. I'm checking blood donation standards. You see, this is how you give valuable stuff without getting paid for it and sacrificing for society. Now, yes. So join that blood donation exercise by Fidelity Bank at their car park at the Ridge Head Office.
Yeah. All right. So the Kingdom Books and Stationery Limited back to school promotion continues until the 31st of October 2023. You can get 10 to 15% discounts on textbooks, pens, pencils, erasers, and so forth in Accra, Tema, Kumasi, Takoradi, Winneba, or Cape Coast. Of course, you can call 0302 764 101 or 209 if you want to know more. You can also email info@kingdomgh.com. Kingdom Books, where quality and affordability are both assured. Terms and conditions apply.
Now, Toyota Ghana has unveiled an irresistible. For a limited time, they are offering huge price discounts on an exceptional range of vehicles, including the dynamic Starlet and also the robust Hilux and also the powerful Fortuner diesel. And that's not all. When you make the decision to acquire any of these incredible vehicles, Toyota Ghana will reward you with an entire year of complimentary servicing. This golden opportunity won't be around forever. Pay a visit to any of their showrooms located in Accra, Tema, Kumasi, Tamale, Takwa, and Takoradi. Alternatively, you can reach out to them on 0302 910 204. And credit purchase is also available through special arrangements with their finance partners. Toyota, superior quality. You buy one for me. Okay. I'm targeting the
after you buy
dynamic.
After you buy the Mercedes Benz for me.
I even have money for Mercedes Benz. Would I be asking you to buy something for me?
Ask not what can be done for you,
yes,
but what you can be doing for others.
Yes, that's all.
Hallelujah.
Yes.
to horribly misquote JF Kennedy.
You convert a powerful speech into your own parochial personal interest. Anyway.
Anyway, it's time for the nutrition line from Nestle, and of course, they offer good food for a good life.
Here you go, dear.
Mom, you didn't add milk.
No need to. Taste and see why.
Wow, but how?
Is it milky?
Very.
Is it creamy?
Yes.
That's Milo all-in-one for you. It's so milky, eh? I don't need to add more milk.
I love it, Mommy.
Give your kids all-in-one. It's truly milky and rich in calcium. Milo, energy to go further. This advert is FDA approved.
This is Nestle Nutrition Line. Nestle Nutrition Line is a public service program from Nestle Ghana Limited. Nestle Nutrition Line offers tips on good food for a good life. Now to your presenter.
Good morning. Always a delight when skies are bright to bring you the very best of health and fitness. How you feeling? Well and strong? Good things happening to you, I hope. I'm Jackie Ankra, also known as Na Ajelisua. Welcome to Nestle Nutrition Line. On today's edition, we continue our discussion on what the eyes say about your health. If one eye suddenly becomes red without any other symptoms, it could be a type of hemorrhage that happens when blood leaks into the thin layer of membrane at the front of the eyeball. It can be brought on by a coughing fit or vomiting, or if you are prone to nosebleeds. While it should clear up by itself within a couple of weeks, you should seek medical attention to be sure. Itchy or wet eyes are often a symptom of allergies and lead to a condition known as allergic conjunctivitis. Exposure to allergens such as pollen, mold, dust, animal hair, and some types of grass and trees could lead to itchy eyes. Symptoms may go away when you're away from the allergen, but if not, over-the-counter antihistamine eye drops can control the symptoms. This is all that time will allow for today. I'd like to thank you for tuning in this and every weekday morning. We look forward to spending more time with you as the days go by. In the meantime, do please call because your feedback is precious and we want to work with you for a successful partnership that leads to good health and a happy long life. 0302 517 020 or 0302 211 880. Monday to Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Toll free 0800 12 0001. Monday to Friday, 8 a.m. to midnight. Weekends and holidays, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. To WhatsApp, SMS or call, 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. The following numbers: 0593 845697, 0593 845649, 0593 845708. You can also email consumerservices@gh.nestle.com. And now go out into the world and make it a more beautiful place because you're in it. Have a great day. Bye.
Here you go, dear.
Mom, you didn't add milk.
No need to. Taste and see why.
Wow, but how?
Is it milky?
Very.
Is it creamy?
Yes.
That's Milo all-in-one for you. It's so milky, eh? I don't need to add more milk.
I love it, Mommy.
Give your kids all-in-one. It's truly milky and rich in calcium. Milo, energy to go further. This advert is FDA approved.
My man, I heard there's a new app on the streets that does it all for you.
Really? How is that possible?
Charlie, I also could not believe it too. But I downloaded the app and I'm telling you, I was able to chat with my friends, make video calls and...
Well, we know of many apps that can do that.
Oh, let me finish, la. I was also able to listen to the latest songs, play games and read the latest sports news.
For real?
Yeah, and I can send and receive money from the app. Amazing, no?
What's the name of this app?
It's called Ayoba.
Ayoba?
Yeah, Ayoba.
Get Ayoba, your all-in-one app that lets you chat, call, share, play, pay, and listen to music all in one app for everyone. Enjoy Ayoba with MTN and download the Ayoba app today. Everywhere you go.
Have you ever thought of the one that makes you complete? An escape from the clutches of interest charges. With the Standard Chartered Visa debit and credit cards, payments are completed at the speed of light, intertwined with interest earning accounts. You also get unbelievable rewards every time you swipe. You have access to over 1,200 airport lounges worldwide. High credit limits of up to 100,000 Ghana cedis and up to 50 days interest-free with our credit cards. You also get to enjoy full multi-trip travel insurance for 90 days. Fees discounted at your feet with our globally partnered merchant points. Bills are always settled, not battled. Get the Standard Chartered debit and credit card now. Call toll-free on 0800 740 100 or 0302 740 100 or reach us via email on feedback.ghana@sc.com. Standard Chartered, here for good.
1xBet Jackpot is here with weekly massive prizes up for grabs. All you have to do is place your bets on any sports game and stand a chance to win. Simply register at 1xbet.com.gh. Use promo code JackpotGhana and place your bets. 1xBet is your key to great victories. Feel like a winner. 1xBet.
Gambling can be addictive. Bet responsibly. Not for person under 18 years. This advertisement has been vetted and approved by the Gaming Commission.
This is a groundbreaking collaboration that has changed the game for Ghanaians. DVLA has partnered with Ghana Post to bring unprecedented convenience and accessibility to our valued customers. Under this agreement, your driver's license will be delivered to you anywhere in Ghana upon your request. Our aim is to provide our customers with seamless customer-friendly services, and this collaboration has brought us a step closer to achieving that. So, take advantage of this partnership and get your driver's license delivered to you wherever you are. DVLA, your safety, our concern. This advert is brought to you by DVLA and Ghana Post.
It is a birthday messages on the Super Morning Show are brought to you by MTN. Everywhere you go. Bank of Africa, the African bank with global reach. Bank of Africa, as strong as a group, as close as a partner. And Franco Trading Enterprise. Still boom, Papa Fie. All right, well, today is Ishmael Bar's birthday.
Yes, and those of you who do not know Ishmael Bar, he's actually the highest paid DJ in the entire Republic of Ghana.
DJ Wiggity Wobeti.
In fact, greatness is established on this day. Ishmael Bar and Kwame Nkrumah together working for the collective good of this state.
Hallelujah.
Oh, yes. That's
right.
The greatest DJ ever to be in the Republic of Ghana.
Yes.
In fact, the whole world, but I've not done a survey completely.
Celebrated alongside the greatest president Ghana has ever had.
Yes. So today, if you are born today, you are great. Yes. And they are all the same.
And unlike Nkrumah, DJ Ubeti will not be overthrown after 9 years.
Yeah. Oh no. Why? No.
Never,
there can't ever be any change on that.
All right. And of course, we have on the line.
Yes. So the convener of Face the Country Ghana, Oliver Bakavoma. You understand they've been arrested.
Oliver, give us an update. What is going on?
I'm having a bit of challenge hearing you, but they are currently in a bus of the police bus where a number of persons were standing at the 37th Truck Station, I was waiting for others to arrive for the demonstration. We just stood up about 500 police officers holding rifles and pushed us into a bus. We have no sense so far where we are being taken to. They not be questioning as to why they are arresting.
How many of you have been arrested?
So we are in the process now in the bus while the bus is going. The number of citizens who are here with me, I think there's about 30 people who are initially up. There's no idea whether other people have been arrested in subsequent buses or what's going on to do possibly removed from the ground. We are calling on any lawyer or any individual who wants to be able to provide support to those who are arrested. We don't know yet where we are being sent. If we get a sense of it, we might be able to inform. But our suspicion is that either the police headquarters or the Accra Police, Greater Accra Regional Command. So far, we have not been told anything yet. So we'll see.
When you were arrested, what did the officers say? Why were they arresting
There
you?
was never anything said. They just came and started gathering people and shouting about getting to the bus.
How long had you been there by the time the officers arrived to pick you up?
Say that again.
How long had you been there when you got arrested?
We had been there for barely 20 minutes when they came for people. We know that there are people who are on their way coming there. I think they have overtaken the place now. So just about 20 minutes of arriving, the police force had gathered with vehicles to come and take anybody who was there. We think that the idea is to try to disrupt the morning activities to prevent other people who are on their way coming.
Do you have any sense of where you are being taken?
We see that we are going through a market. Now, my suspicion is that this is around Makola Market. So I think we are going towards the Greater Accra Regional Command at this point.
Now, yesterday the police said that they had served you or served your lawyers with the notice of the injunction. Can you confirm that?
Well, we have responded to that in 4 statements. One, our lawyers categorically deny that any service has been effected on them. We have asked that the police provide us evidence of that service and indicate who signed for the process. We have also, on advice of our lawyers, been informed that no originating process from any court and it can be served on the person's lawyer unless the person has entered into appearance with a particular lawyer. So far, the police have no sense on what lawyers are going to represent us in court, and so they cannot choose lawyers who are going to represent us in court for the purposes of this. So we don't even know. In any case, our lawyers have denied having received any such service. So we still don't know what the police are referring to. But we are clear, and our legal sense is always on the basis of advice, that even if such service had in fact been effected, the government's position has always been clear that any service of a process does not grant an injunction. This is not an injunction. It doesn't injunct you from going ahead. The examples abound around us. The Ghana Revenue Authority is going on and implementing the e-levy, even though there's a case against it, substantive case in fact. The Electoral Commission is going ahead with the limited voter registration, even though there's an application for injunction against it. So none of those acts have been called illegal or unconstitutional. So far, we are clear that we are acting in accordance with law and that the police action is illegal and unconstitutional.
As organizers of this,
we have now been brought to the Accra Regional Command.
Accra Regional Command. Thank you for that. Yes. Now, as organizers of this, did you anticipate this possibility? What was your plan in case you? Did you have a plan for this? What was your plan in case you got arrested?
We have always acted in the belief that we expect the police to act legally. In any event, we have deployed services across our social media for the numbers people to try to call whenever they get arrested by the police. We have a number of lawyers who are present here, but for the number of people who are arrested, we are calling for more lawyers to come to provide legal support to the persons here.
All right, Oliver. We would love to stay in touch with you as this unfolds. Please keep us up to date and stay safe. Oliver Baka-Vomowo, one of the organizers of this today's demonstration, he says they've been picked up by the police. Also, the very latest on this back and forth with the injunction, according to Oliver Baka-Vomowo, his lawyers deny having been served any with any injunction application notice.
And they are also insisting that since this is an originating motion from the police, you serve it to me, the respondent, then I may direct service to my representative, being the lawyers in this case. They say that is their advice on the law on this matter, and that's the reason why they did not feel that service has been made. And in fact, they are also demanding proof of service in this particular case. That's why they showed up this morning. So their plan was to meet at 37. Then for 37, they go straight to the, what they call it, what was the place? The Flagstaff House. Now, I think there was also another plan to go directly to the Flagstaff House because there will not be any need to gather anywhere and do any procession. So that's what they basically said, that they are going to picket at the Flagstaff House. And the police had indicated that nobody should listen to these organizers because they had been served. And it's interesting, right, how we sometimes interpret and misinterpret what the definition of service is in the Republic of Ghana. Depending on whose convenience that's supposed to be, the Republic and some very key actors believe that you're only served, or it should be of effect, if you have received, or even moving beyond that, if a court has granted an injunction on it, and a mere service may not be of an injunction impact. Others also believe that merely because you have been served, you can proceed and actually comply with it and not act in ways that will prejudice the conception of the entire case in the first place.
We'll come back to this.
Okay,
yes, I mean, Samson Ladi Anyanini has some thoughts on this as well. We'll be sharing all of those later. Right now, though, it's time for Food for Thought, brought to you by Roverman Productions. Be the difference. Uncle Ebo, good morning.
Handsome, good morning.
Happy Nkrumah Day to you.
Yes, same to you. Oh, and I'm looking at Roland.
Raymond.
Raymond has slimmed down fine.
Uncle Ebo, it's an optical illusion.
I am grateful that what many cannot see, you with your ever competent mind and eye can identify some.
Uncle Ebo, please wipe your lens and look again.
Why could you? How does this affect you?
As for me, I am just I'm a crusader of truth.
No, this morning there's an injunction in saying anything negative to Raymond.
yes. And
I will obey and respect the injunction, Uncle Ebo.
Okay, that is great. Kumasi, Kojo, tomorrow is when we go to Kumasi. The shows in Kumasi will be on Saturday and Sunday this weekend. Husband Material 7 years, and so. If you are listening to us and you'll be in Kumasi, or you are already in Kumasi, make a date with us at the CCB Auditorium at KNUST. You would have a swell time.
Lovely.
Today is the birthday of Asajifo Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, and today I celebrate the founding president of Ghana. I begin with a few quotes from the great man. Quote number 1. Those who will judge us merely by the heights we have achieved will do well to remember the depths from which we started. Quote number 2. I am not African because I was born in Africa, but because Africa was born in me. Quote number 3. It is clear that we must find an African solution to our problems, and that this can only be found in African unity. Divided, we are weak. United, Africa could become one of the greatest forces for good in the world. Quote number 4. It is far better to be free to govern or misgovern yourself than to be governed by anybody else. Quote number 5. The best way of learning to be an independent sovereign state is to be an independent sovereign state. Quote number 6. We have awakened. We will not sleep anymore. Today, from now on, there is a new African in the world. And finally, quote number 7. For this end, Africa needs a new type of citizen, a dedicated, modest, honest, and informed man. A man who submerges self in service to the nation and mankind. A man who abhors greed and detests vanity. A new type of man whose humility is his strength and whose integrity is his greatness. If Osagyefo had still been alive, he would have been 114 years old today. It's been 51 years since he left us, but he is definitely not forgotten. My mother was a CPP, and so Nkrumah was a major influence in the house I grew up in at South Centreso. My mother attended every CPP rally in Kumasi and suffered a miscarriage when some UP thugs attacked them at Kejetia. But that misfortune did not dim the enthusiasm of my mother for Kwame Nkrumah. From my mother and her friends, I heard a lot of stories about Nkrumah even before I was 4. They talked about him almost as a mythical figure with supernatural powers. They talked of how Nkrumah could vanish from his car when his car was ambushed and attacked, which happened often. From these stories, Nkrumah became something of a hero to me. I love to see his pictures and I try to emulate him. I hero worshipped him. When I grew up, I could distinguish the myth from the man. I knew of the negatives, like the Preventive Detention Act and its abuses, and I also knew of the one-party state. I knew that he was not superhuman, nor was he an angel. He had his flaws, but that is what made his achievements all the more remarkable. I am a beneficiary of 2 of his policies. His housing policy is what gave me a home at South Centreso. South Centreso was one of the real estate developments that gave the likes of my parents a decent, affordable home to raise their children in. Then his educational policy also saw me go to school. My mother in particular did not understand the value of education, and left to her, I would have dropped out of school when my father died when I was just 14. When I gained admission to secondary school, I had to move from Kumasi to Accra, and I stayed with my uncle, Mr. A.K. Ntekuzi, who was one of the boys Nkrumah had used to do the groundwork for his United Africa dream. My uncle and his friends had suffered a lot after the coup, but their love and devotion for Nkrumah was not diminished. I expressed my love for Nkrumah by copying his fashion sense. He wore a lot of Chinese suits, and so did I. When I was going to have my wedding, I insisted on a Chinese suit. It was my tribute to Nkrumah, to whom I knew this nation owed so much. When one hater of Nkrumah saw me wearing that kind of suit, he was very upset with me. He said, "Look, Nkrumah did not wear that kind of suit out of fashion, but out of necessity." He said the bomb at Kolungugu had scarred the neck and chest of Nkrumah, and that was why he wore those kinds of suits to hide the scars. Unfortunately for this hater of Nkrumah, I did not really care why Nkrumah dressed like he did. I just wanted to emulate him. I was old enough to remember the overthrow of Osagyefo and how we, as a nation at the time, tried to wipe every memory of Nkrumah from Ghana. His statues were demolished. His name was taken off everything. Propaganda was developed to cast Nkrumah as evil and an idolater, worshipping Kankan Yame. That was in 1966. But the power of Nkrumah's achievements and sacrifice for this nation are such that Ghana could not ignore him or reduce him to a mere footnote. Today, Nkrumah's place in Ghana is not questioned. With each passing year, Nkrumah becomes even more relevant to this nation and to Africa. The man who was once demonized and vilified is now restored to his rightful place as the father of the nation and the hero of Africa. And in this, Nkrumah was almost prophetic when he said, and I'm quoting him, I am in the knowledge that death can never extinguish the torch which I have lit in Ghana and Africa. Long after I am dead and gone, the light will continue to burn and be born aloft people. End of quote. And Kojo, in that, like I said, Nkrumah was a prophet. And that is my presentation for today. Kojo, have a fantastic holiday.
Same to you, Uncle Ebo, and thank you so much for that inspiring message. Certainly bringing us some great memories and some awareness of the legacy of the late Kwame Nkrumah.
Very powerful one, of course. I mean, and it's the experience and from which I didn't know that Uncle Ebo's Chinese suits were connected to Nkrumah. Yeah. Now I love him more. Now I am extremely excited. Yeah, very soon. The young Nkrumahs will equally be wearing the Chinese suits. It should be brought back.
Yes. All right. Well, we did speak to Oliver Barker-Vormawor earlier. Mm-hmm. He had been arrested. He and about 30 others, according to him, had been arrested and put in a truck, and they were, a police vehicle, and they were being moved to the regional headquarters, by his estimation. He explained that they had been at the commencement spot of their planned demonstration to occupy Jubilee House, and they were picked up by what he described as about 500 armed police officers. They are now, as we were speaking to him, they arrived at the regional police command. We will keep an eye on that issue and bring you details as it continues to unfold. But we weren't able to wish a few people happy birthday. Should we do that now before we get on with things? But first, actually, let's remind you that normally we would have brought you the Sports Center by the kind courtesy of MTN. Everywhere you go. Standard Chartered Bank, here for good. Allianz Life Insurance, we secure your future. 1xBet, your reliable bookmaker. And DSTV, it's your moment.
So, my friends, imagine sitting in the stands at Anfield, cheering on Liverpool FC, and joining several fans jump and scream at Mo Salah's stunning goal. Yes, this dream could come true for you because Standard Chartered wants to take you and your partner to Anfield to watch Liverpool FC play live. And it's just so simple to be eligible. Listen up, there's an equal chance for clients and non-clients. For non-clients, just download the SC mobile app, open an account, start transacting. But for existing clients, just transact more, participate in this campaign. Remember, the more you transact, the more presence you gain in the basket for that final draw that selects the ultimate winner. This is your chance to experience Anfield with your partner. There are other consolation prizes though. Open the account and transact now to watch Liverpool FC play live at Anfield. This promotion is regulated by the NLA on the Caritas Lottery platform. Terms and conditions apply. Standard Chartered, here
for good. Now imagine getting rewarded for doing something you already do every single day. Well, that is what Momo season is all about. There's something for everyone. Download the Momo app on the Play Store or App Store and use Momo Pay for your day-to-day interactions and transactions to a merchant, either through the QR code or the merchant ID. And you stand a chance of winning 1,000 Ghana cedis every week, among other amazing prizes. Now, the merchants are not left out. You can receive payments and win. Just keep using your Momo Pay on the Momo app and get rewarded. There are lots and lots of exciting prizes everywhere for everyone. So what are you doing? Transact more with Momo Pay and earn more points and win big this Momo season. Go to momomerchantapplication.mtn.com.gh for your Momo for Business account today. It's Momo season, so just Momo it with Momo Pay. Terms and conditions apply.
Now, to win every week, football players need to train for many years. 1xBet players can get on the road to success much faster. You just need to take part in the Jackpot of the Week promo. Go to the promotion page on the site or in the bookmaker's application and get a chance to win. No one guarantees that you will quickly become a millionaire. However, success favors only brave ones. risk, and win. Register on 1xBet and get a welcome bonus of up to 2,650 Ghana cedis with promo code G8Jackpot. You want to win?
Yeah. Why not?
Certainly.
A good way to spend the holiday. Okay, now normally we would bring you at this point the Joy Business Minute by the kind courtesy of Consolidated Bank Ghana CBG. We stand with you, and Anointed Electricals, the generator experts. Of course, they're taking a quick break, but CBG has a message for you.
Yes, are you a government worker looking for quick access to financial assistance at most competitive interest rate? Look no further. CBG is offering you access to loans of up to 250,000 cedis and up to 72 months repayment period. For more information on how to access CBG controller loans, walk into any of the CBG's 114 branches nationwide. Don't forget it, 114 branches. Enough to get you anywhere in the corner anyway. But or contact us on 0302-216-000. Email info@cbg.com.gh. The website is also cbg.com.gh, or on all social media handles, Facebook, X, and Instagram for additional information. Terms and conditions apply. CBG. We stand with
you. All right, now listen, these guys, Anointed Electrical Engineering Services, these guys are the ones who have the ultra silent generators, and there's a range from 5 kVA to 2,500 kVA, and they also undertake maintenance and repairs of all kinds of diesel generators. Okay, you can get genuine spare parts for every generator you can imagine, and also they do generator rental. They are in East Legon, on Lagos Avenue Road, opposite Tom Rick Hotel. They are in Tema as well, on Tema General Hospital Road, Community 9, just after the overhead. And in Odoko, you'll find their head office at number 77 Anointed House, which is off the Odoko Malam Road in Accra. They've got branches everywhere across the country. Anointed is the generator expert. You can call their hotline. It's 0243 480 334. We'll say we hear power, we hear light. Anointed, they'll sort you out.
Yeah, silent one.
Yes.
Yeah. So
your neighbors will not know that you are no longer a man of the people. That you are now a capitalist. They will never know.
Oh, but this is for the masses, you know. I mean, his power is unreliable. Yeah, we all deserve a little bit of comfort. Small one.
Light one.
Shared around. Yeah.
True story. All right. Well, listen, we've got a few birthday wishes here. Let's go through them real quick. And this one came through. It's somebody's a very special mother in this country celebrating her birthday. I'm going to read the whole message. It says, man may chase and propose, but the power lies with women to choose who to have and raise children with. My dearly beloved mother, Ohima Ama Asokwa Cheidakwa, happy birthday to you, Mom. And that's a birthday wish from Kwesi Cheidakwa to his mother.
KKD.
He says, he says, I wish you, my dearly beloved mother, who chose my father to bear and raise children with, a blessed and beautiful birthday. God bless you, Mrs. Ohima Asokwa Cheidakwa, mother to your own and many more you have loved and raised as your own. Age gracefully and thoughtfully and grateful as ever. We adore you, Mom. Oh, isn't that nice?
Kojo, today is the birthday of a lawyer, Esinam Awunyo. Yes, of course, it's also the birthday of Rina Ametou, and it's the birthday of a man you know so much. Politician, part-time now, and a doctor, and somebody who's teaching medicine too. Dr. Atta Kobna Kennedy. So today is Dr. Kennedy's Atta Kobna Kennedy's birthday. And
fine.
Chasing the Elephant into the Bush is a book you very much know about.
Yes. We all chased it into the bush. All right, now today happens to be the 6th birthday of a very big boy indeed, Nana Yao Osei JB of Rect Academy. You're home today with your mother Maurice and your father and your siblings. Happy birthday to you. This one says, happy birthday to Haga Alote of Dakuman. May the lines fall for you in pleasant places. That expression, what does it mean? May the lines fall in pleasant places.
So that your path be ordered in a very wonderful way. So that
the
you
lines
get all the
refer
grace.
to some path.
Yeah, so that things are done properly actually. God bless you.
Who came up with it? Some sort of
Yeah.
Sammy says it's biblical.
Yeah.
You see, there's a certain type of person, when you ask them what does something mean, their answer is in the Bible.
Yeah, but they're saying that you'd have known if you had read the Bible too.
But I read the Bible, that's why I saw it. And
no.
I still didn't understand it.
Yeah, come on!
I still didn't understand it.
Okay, show me what the Bible. Show me what the Bible is.
I don't know. I don't remember.
Yeah, you are not bound to remember everything in this world. I understand you, my brother.
Please, it was somewhere. I read it.
Yes.
The book looked like a Bible. What again? What will you do to me? No, I do want to understand it. If anybody knows the origin of it.
But the one, origin, yeah.
Yeah, you know, like the expression, may the lines fall in pleasant places. Where does it originate? What does it mean? And why lines and pleasant places? And you know, like
yeah.
Samuel Adami says it's biblical.
It's Psalm 16, 5-8.
Yeah. Okay.
So we do Franco.
The Old or New Testament?
Psalm 16 is in the Quran. Psalm 16 is in the Quran. Wait to correct the paragraph.
Yes. Because you say before I add.
Are you people seriously asking me whether the Psalms are in the
No, we know you're spending time to think about it. You don't.
Oh.
Did you do this in Sunday school? Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers, Deuteronomy. You did it too, right? You know that song?
No, I didn't.
You did it. Oh, we have to do so, Drew.
Please, Sammy Odami,
yes,
who is asking me where the Psalms are. Who wrote the Psalms? Come, Sammy, come. Who wrote the Psalms? Who wrote them? Amachi Dede. All right, listen. Actually, I am interested in where what that expression means. Okay, if you can help me understand it, use the hashtag JoySMS. May the lines fall in pleasant places. Yeah. Social media messages on the Super Morning Show are brought to you by EcoBank, the Pan-African Bank, and the Ghana AIDS Commission. Test to know your HIV status and take steps to protect your health. It's also brought to you by GTP Lifestyle.
Now let's start with the Zoom line, right? Are you one of those people who pile up rubbish in heaps in front of your beautiful house? Change your style. Don't be like that. Are you one of those who waits for the rains and dump your rubbish in the gutter? Change your style, Kojo. Don't be like that. Zoom Lion has gone digital and introduced a whole new baller style. Zoom Lion is actually saying that just dial *857# on your phone to request for a bin or make payment for your services with no hassle. Enjoy amazing discounts when you pay with *857# across all networks. You can actually call 0501-518-410 or DM us on all social media platforms to find out more. Again, change your style today. Zoom Lion, the waste management experts.
All right, so EcoBank, of course, reminds you that, look, there are lots of emergency numbers that people don't know. So we walk around without realizing that, look, there is an emergency number for money with EcoBank, *770#. Okay, *770# is the new EcoBank money emergency number. *770# gives you instant access to loans, fund transfers, utility payments, airtime, and data purchases, and so much more. Also, you get the opportunity, even without data, to access these amazing services. So listen, make sure you are not left out. There's no need to panic when you find yourself in any money emergency. EcoBank will always come to your rescue. Dial *770# now for solutions to your money emergencies. EcoBank is the Pan-African Bank.
Now, Franco Trading has now taken delivery of CCTV camera with on-screen display menu and easy configuration. Chest freezers and refrigerators, washing machine too. They also have in stock all types of phones and accessories, smart TVs within the range of 32 to 55 inches, Franco air condition. I mean, you should know that 1.5, do you want 2.0, and also 2.5 horsepower, whichever one you want. Enjoy up to 40% discount online in all what they call the Franco Trading enterprises shops nationwide. Download the Franco Trading app on Play Store and visit francotrading.com. Don't pick our numbers on Google. That's the warning. Don't you pick our numbers on Google, but rather call us on 0246 422 338, 0246 422 338, or 055 5939 Franco Trading Enterprise, still phone Papa Perfect.
So today on Big Stories, we're just talking about the legacy of Nkrumah.
Yeah.
All right. Of course, we'll also be bringing you updates on the demonstration, or the planned demonstration to occupy. They are calling it Julobi House, but they mean Jubilee House, I guess. And of course, already it started off with arrests.
Yeah.
About 30 people, according to Oliver Barker-Vormawor, have been carted into a police vehicle and moved to the police regional headquarters. We are yet to find out what will become of them, but we are told by Oliver Barker-Vormawor, who is one of the organizers of this demonstration, that there were about 500 police officers armed with weapons who came to take them away. So let's see how this story evolves. He's calling on lawyers, by the way, to go to their aid if possible. So whatever happens, we will bring you details of that. But we're also very interested in the legacy of Nkrumah. In fact, we are interested in why we haven't had another Nkrumah. Why not? Why haven't we had another visionary who has been able to achieve in a 9-year span what Nkrumah achieved? Everybody has come and done something, but nobody has done what he did. Why?
How special is he? What did he do right? What can we learn from that? Do we still need to go back to some of those ones? And I was talking about how some of the things he said were almost prophetic, right? Issues about how Africa will need to come together. Because as isolated states, we are exposed. We don't have the economic might and the power to deliver the kind of strategy that we are actually supposed to be having across the world. Today and yesterday, the president was speaking at the UN General Assembly and is telling the Security Council and the structures that, listen, we need to equally be heard as Africa. Recently, Africa as a bloc totally was admitted to the G7 and added to that G20 grouping in a way that's supposed to promote the continent properly. But if you think about it properly, if you go across Aflau, if you are heading towards Togo, you see it's the same set of people that are on both sides. But because of these arbitrary borders, we see ourselves as different countries, and sometimes we misbehave towards ourselves in ways that are not acceptable. Those who have traveled from Ghana to Nigeria will tell you that at the Seme border, they extort, they misbehave, they treat fellow Africans in ways that are completely unacceptable. But what we've forgotten is that if we all took advantage of this sub-region properly, we could be trading properly, we could be sharing among ourselves, we could be relying on mutual power and strength from different countries. And when we come together as a huge number of people, the US is trading on its numbers, China is trading on its numbers. India is flexing muscles with Canada today because he knows that he has numbers to trade on.
Europe is trading on its numbers, its collective numbers.
Brilliant.
You know, in Europe, you can buy potatoes from England, even though England has removed itself from the EU. Still, they enjoy trade.
Of course, common trade rules.
So you can be in Denmark and buy potatoes from England.
One of the things that I studied that I was so interested in was the EU structure and how it evolved over time. It went through several phases, several developments over a period of time. And the last 30 years solidified a union that's supposed to provide for the collective grouping. Give them what they need. Support one that is failing. So that if countries, for example, and Nkrumah said this some time ago, so if countries are not having coup d'etats or things like that, a standby African force could come to the aid of such a country. Imagine ECOWAS struggling and pretending that they can put together some generals and go and fight in corners they don't know about. Any military man in a single state will be worried about a bigger force. And Nkrumah mentioned it way back then. But we consistently failed in our pursuit to do what is right as a people. You know, Ali Mazrui said Nkrumah was a great African, but not so much of a good Ghanaian. If we want to take that one alone, it means that on the continent, and you try any African country, one of the things they ask you, oh, you're from Ghana, then they'll mention Nkrumah. Then maybe they mention another footballer after that. See, Nkrumah is back in the 60s. For somebody way back then to be remembered. to be the spearheading face, not current presidents, not those who have been passed or been in office before. It tells you the stature of the man and the ideas. And Kojo, stature means nothing without ideas.
Indeed.
Yes.
How else? What else will you stand on to have stature?
Yeah, because beyond you, when you die and you are buried in that 6 feet, it is your ideas that will live on beyond you.
Yeah.
It's the very things you thought of, the things you told people, the structures you put in place, the thinking that influenced a generation. You remember at the time we had an Nkrumah Ideological Institute. The likes of President Mills, the likes of Mugabe and co attended some of these places. The idea was that if you fix the person's brain, we will be mindful of what role we play in the ecosystem of the world. We'll be mindful of where we should go as a continent. We'll be mindful of the things we should prioritize and delivering the goals that we need to give to our people. So, well, I mean, sometimes we go on and on about the man's stature, but it just appeared that sometimes there's little hope in the people of Ghana. People don't know that we've had it before. We need to remind them that we've had leaders that really delivered goals.
Look, I am a big fan and admirer of Nkrumah. Such a big fan and admirer of Nkrumah that at some point I even used to catch myself making excuses for the things that he was criticized for.
Yeah.
Okay, so when he changed the rules of the game so that he could remain president for life, people criticize him for that. But even I remember making excuses for it and thinking, okay, so if he had actually allowed for someone else to come and win power, would that have been good for Ghana?
Would you have been where we are today?
Indeed. Would we have...
Or would that have been apartheid South Africa?
Thank you. So sometimes you have to ask yourself, even the excesses, what led him to them? What is it that made him lock up JB Dankwa? What made him do it? If he hadn't, what would have happened? You know, sometimes... anyway,
and
let me just
no
say
man
this.
is perfect at some point.
Oh, absolutely not.
Yes.
Absolutely not. So,
men have difficulties, but if you put positive plus negative together, clearly,
yeah, indeed. And look, this is what we're talking about on Big Stories. We want it to be a debate. We want all of your views to be brought in on this because everybody has divergent views on this, right? I am asking you, why have we not had another Nkrumah? I'd love to know your thoughts on it. We'll open the lines. We'll hear from you in a bit. On Big Stories, brought to you by Vodafone. Further together, Latex Foam, your partner for life. Belmonte by CPL Developers, the ultimate luxury experience. And Access Bank, your #1 remittance bank. Access Bank, more than banking.
Well, your Vodafone Business is thrilled to announce that the highly anticipated VB Runway event is here again. This is an SME-focused forum designed to empower and equip businesses for growth. The theme for this year's VB Runway is Good to Great with Vodafone. Innovate, comply, and expand. Join us for insightful discussions on crucial SME topics such as access to funding, taxation, and innovation. Our distinguished key speakers include the ever resplendent Patricia Obonai, Dr. Lee Nachia, Andrew Aka, and Charlotte Amankwa. The date is Friday, September 29, 2023. That's the very last Friday of this month.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the venue is the Movenpick Ambassador Hotel. The time is from 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. To attend, contact us at 020-2000-436 and 020-2000-431 or send an email to sme@vodafone.com for registration. Vodafone, further together.
All right, if you're looking for a convenient way to maintain your Renault vehicle without compromising on work or spending time with loved ones, then you need the Renault Ray by Premium Motors Limited. It's your new mobile van mechanic. Experience the convenience of Renault Ray at your preferred location with no extra cost. You get to pay the same price just as if you visited their workshop. So from oil changes to brake inspections and battery replacements, among others, they've got your Renault vehicle covered. Book your appointment with Renault Ray on 055 95 86 412. All right then, so listen, there's more to come on the Super Morning Show. Big stories and all coming your way in just a moment. Stay with us on Joy.
Pitch for the the new business account was in shambles yesterday. We lost the pitch.
Tell me about it.
We started off very confident, and then the office broadband went down. When we set up the hotspot from the phone to reconnect, the data allocation also got finished.
You are joking.
I wish. The meeting room was hot. Kobe quickly tried calling them to give us some more time, but he had no airtime. Total chaos. They also gave us feedback that our website didn't have enough information. How can you run a business this way and hope to grow?
Oh dear.
Your business communication can be way better than this. Vodafone One Business is a complete communications package that gives you broadband with data transfer to mobile phones, mobile package with free calls among employees, landline with free calls and website design plus domain name registration. At Vodafone Business, we understand that strong connections within your business lead to success. Call 050-777-9000 or sign up by sending an email to sme@vodafone.com. Vodafone, further together.
Comfort, durability, finishing, quality. Choosing sofas and beds for your home, office or hotel couldn't be easier with an exclusive range of sofas and beds in various designs and colors from Latex Foam. There is so much choice whatever your budget. Latex Foam, your partner for life.
Wouldn't you prefer an apartment hotel? One that offers the utmost convenience of a boutique hotel while offering the idyllic comfort of your own private home. Oasis Park Residences offers luxury studios, 1, 2 and 3 bedrooms both for short and long-term rental at competitive rates. Our sky swimming pool, gourmet outdoor restaurant and a fully equipped gym rest on a breathtaking rooftop with panoramic views of the city. Oasis Park Residences, located at Shiashi Tetekwashi, 10 minutes from the international airport, is the ideal place for all your accommodation needs. Why don't you give us a call on 020-4343-009 or visit our website at oasisparkresidences.com to make your reservations. Oasis Park Residences, more than a home.
It's morning in Africa. It won't be bright for another hour or two, but the continent is already on the move. Trade is kicking up and spirits are high as the continent prepares to move yet another 1 million tons of goods to markets across the seas. It's the hour for making tea and coffee, of cotton bales, splitting wood, diamonds in metal boxes, and tall buildings going up. The train engines are revving up, factories are opening, and big undersea cables are pushing the continent alive. 4 time zones, 1 million opportunities, and vibrant young professionals 100 million strong. It's morning in Africa, and one bank is opening the door to endless opportunities. With seamless Pan-African payment and trade solutions and presence in Europe, Asia, and the Middle East, we are Africa's gateway to the world.
Access, more than banking.
Guess what? Orca Decor is still celebrating our 20th anniversary. Get 50% off top quality furniture, accessories, decor, and more. Hurry, oh, hurry. The items are flying off the shelves. Visit Orca on Spintex Road and the newly opened Accra Mall branch today.
EcoBank Mobile, they make me say, EcoBank Mobile, they make me crazy. Download it and use it. It gon' make your life so easy, yeah. Download it. You go enjoy it. In my Brahmin check. In my Brahmin check. Come make a download them for you. Cause you can pay bills, you can buy credit, you can pay school fees, even church tights with the Apple. EcoBank Apple.
Life is easy with the EcoBank mobile app. You can pay your bills, transfer to and from mobile wallet, virtual card creation, transfer to other banks, express account opening, scan and pay, express cash, all at your fingertips with the EcoBank mobile app. You know, it's 5-star life with EcoBank. Can promise.
About 1/3 of a million people live with HIV in Ghana. Close to 10,000 of them die each year, mostly as a result of a lack of antiretroviral drugs and adherence. In fact, close to 57% of children under 14 years living with HIV do not receive antiretroviral drugs, again as a result of inadequate funds to provide them with medication.
Life expectancy for these children is grim. The big worry: close to 16,300 people are newly infected with HIV each year. With this alarming rate of HIV infections, all of us are in danger, and Ghana is headed for an epidemic explosion if nothing is done now to avert it. While the Ghana AIDS Commission is working hard to overturn the situation, the Commission urgently needs funding support from corporate Ghana and individuals to save lives. We're therefore appealing to you, corporate entities and individuals, to support the National HIV and AIDS Fund by dialing *9898# on MTN and Vodafone and follow the prompts, or pay into the National HIV and AIDS Fund account number 101-863-161-3233, Bank of Ghana. Your donation will be used to prevent new infections and provide care for people living with HIV, including children affected by AIDS. For further information, please call Ghana AIDS Commission on 0302 919260 or email info@ghanaids.gov.gh. Give to save a life today. Ghana AIDS Commission, partnering to eliminate HIV and AIDS.
Hey, Cashman.
Yeah.
Don't you know Nana has assembled all of us and you are here making calls?
My generator is spoiled too. So I'm calling a renowned Ghanaian company with an excellent track record in the sales and repairs of generator sets in Accra to come and repair for me.
Oh, is it Anointed Electricals?
Yeah.
Anointed Electricals deals in quality and genuine generators with high fuel efficiency. We also rent generators.
They sell quality generators from 10 kVA to 2500 kVA. They have spare parts of other generators and can repair every faulty generator set even if you didn't buy from them.
Look, now we don't have any electrical problem in Accra.
Oh, how?
Because Anointed Electricals is right here at East Legon, Lagos Avenue, opposite Tomric Hotel.
And that's why Nana is calling us.
Okay.
Yes. If you want to buy a brand new generator or repair the old one, visit Anointed Electricals. Or if you are within Accra, call our hotline 0246 423 534
or call 0243 480 334. They have qualified and dedicated men on 24-hour after sales service.
Then let's go and listen to Nana. Let's go.
Gosh, after giving you the hint, won't you give me anything?
Anointed, the generator experts.
Playing the music you love. The Super Morning Show.
country. At the bidding of their overseas neo-colonialist masters, they are dismantling the work of 15 years. They are telling you that Ghana is bankrupt. They are telling you that our country is in debt to the extent of some 240 million pounds. What fools they are. How ignorant for them to think that you believe these stupid lies. Open your eyes and look around you. See for yourself. See the splendid new Tama Harbor. See the mighty water dam. See the fine roads which we have built under the leadership of the Convention People's Party and its government. See the schools, the colleges, and the universities. See the clinics, hospitals, health centers, and the facilities which we have created. See the factories which are already springing up. These are no debts. These are not debts. They are investments in our future as an independent nation. These are the physical guarantees of the bright new future which I have promised you and I have been working for. Together, we can put our Ghana firmly and squarely on its own feet. Together, we can create the things we need for ourselves instead of going cap in hand for charity handouts from foreign powers whose only wish is to exploit us and make us vassals to their interests. I know these are hard and trying days for you. I have never tried to conceal from you that real independence, that is to say economic independence, does not come without hard struggle and sacrifice. Unlike the cheats and deceivers, the liars and traitors who are now trying to lord it over you, I have never promised you any easy road. I have respected your good sense, your capacity for work, your pride in yourselves, and your sense of national dignity. Why do you think these traitors, these agents and lackeys of colonialism and of international intrigue to destroy the independence of Ghana, chose this moment to perform their dastardly act? I will tell you, less than 1 month before they struck to destroy all our hard work, we had inaugurated the first electricity from the water dam. Only 3 days before this treachery, we had signed a new agreement to irrigate the mighty Accra Plains. At last, we were on the threshold of a great new victory. We had in 1957 won our political independence after years of struggle. Now in 1966, we were at the threshold of winning our economic independence. The same people who tried to sabotage our winning of political independence 9 years ago have now stopped to sabotage our economic independence and are systematically dismantling our socialist gains and achievements. Before the traitors and the rebellious National Liberation Council tried to usurp power during my absence from Ghana, Ghana was a haven to which the oppressed from all parts of Africa could come to carry on their struggle. It was a haven for freedom fighters, for independence and against colonialism. The name of Ghana was revered all over the African continent as a staunch friend of the oppressed. African brothers from South Africa, from Rhodesia, from Mozambique and Angola, from the so-called Portuguese Guinea and the Cape Verde Islands and other oppressed colonial areas were given hospitality amongst us. Do you think that this is something of which we needed to be ashamed? Not at all. On the contrary, it was something of which we should be justly proud. Haven't we proclaimed that the independence of Ghana is meaningless until it is linked up with the total liberation of Africa? Now, hundreds of these brave freedom fighters who came to our country trusting us to look after them and help them in their struggle against colonial oppression, and believing as we do that Africa and the struggle for freedom is indivisible. These brave men and women have been sent back, bag and baggage, by this traitorous clique to the countries from which they had fled to seek refuge, inspiration, and protection in Ghana. Countrymen, A new phase of the African revolution has been reached. This revolution must overcome and triumph over imperialism, racialism, and neocolonialism. It must finally usher in the total emancipation and the political unification of our continent. Africa must be free. Africa must be united.
Coffee in your cup and joy on the set. The Super Morning Show is always the best bet on Joy 99.7 FM.
Kwame Nkrumah, Ghana's first president, and of course, that clip you just listened to, that was a speech that he delivered after he was overthrown. After he was overthrown, and you see, it's almost as if he could see our future.
Yeah,
he could see that this is where we would be led if we followed the wrong people.
You could see he really did not care much about how long he stayed in power. He was concerned about how the continent was going to fare, how freedom fighters who had come to seek help from Ghana were going to actually be able to liberate their individual states and all of that. The selflessness, the vision that, oh no, don't truncate what we ought to do, and in effect we did truncate that.
Absolutely.
So there are some Africans, right, who actually blame us. If you speak to them on different platforms, they blame us for being the reason why the continent is where it is today. They believe if Nkrumah still had a pioneering role and continued in that role, many of the other countries could have equally gone the same direction earlier than they did, and subsequently a more united front could have been established. So they think that we started the demise of an entire vision for continental African unity.
Because those who took over had the opposite vision. Their vision was the opposite.
Yeah.
They didn't see it as a priority for Ghana's liberation to be connected to the liberation of Africa.
You know, there was a time that Prime Minister Buzia said, well, there was no need to force or use force to end apartheid South Africa, and that we needed to dialogue more. Contrary to what his colleagues on the continent were said, but these are principled positions which people can take based on their history, based on their engagement and all of that. But when you look back and you're reflecting on approaches to the development of this continent, some of them, like Nkrumah, stand out heavily, especially when we are still struggling today to make OAU or AU as we call it work. When we are still struggling today to cross the borders, when we are still struggling today to trade among ourselves. I was being told how expensive it is to fly from Ghana to Togo. Something starts to take less than 30 minutes, and that you are better off driving from Ghana to Togo. Next door neighbors, they are basically Ghanaians, predominant ever area. So you think about it deeply. Assuming we did not have these fake borders and did not see us as strangers, we could have equally become one of the biggest powerhouses of the world, negotiated with numbers, with resources, everything on this continent. We could have been beneficiaries of water resources and electricity from the bigger Nile end.
But unfortunately, personal interest overcame public good.
Yeah.
That's it. In that battle, personal interest won the fight against public good.
And you see how long it's taken us to roll back those things. You see how long it's taken us to just make small improvements to getting where we want to get to. When our colleagues, the other groups that formed and became better off, have made so much success, so much greatness in their ways that we learn, or we try to learn from them, we borrow from them. We are consistently beholden to them. We do not have any proper voice in any international matter in this world. We only have to be speaking in small quarters. There was a time in the Republic, or even on this continent, that you've heard what the was it Zimbabwe? One of the presidents has said, no, Uganda rather. He said they rallied to go and actually speak to Western powers about Libya and why the invasion was unnecessary, and they were never listened to.
Look,
if Africa was united, can any Ghanaian or any African country today invade a section of the United States of America?
You know, when we were doing the reconciliation, commission work, maybe we should have gone as far back as those who overthrew Nkrumah to ask them that, Charlie, saying, I mean, did you make things better when you overthrew Nkrumah? Did you improve this nation? Because look, today in Ghana, Ghanaians don't own any sector of our economy.
Yeah.
So honestly, it's almost like we won independence. There was work to do for us to go from being independent to being owners of our nation, and that work never got done because somebody stopped it.
Yeah.
So today we don't own anything. I mean, look, what telecommunications? Isn't that owned by the South Africans and British, right? Mining.
And recently, with the arrangement they say they are doing to one of the biggest that we had in this country, after we sold a part of it, is likely to be a chunk gone anyway.
Thank you. Mining. South Africans.
Oh, yes.
Canadians.
Predominantly.
Australians.
In fact, in the Republic of Ghana today, there is only a single large mine that is wholly Ghanaian owned. One out of the 10 biggest ones.
Construction.
Yeah.
You see the Chinese doing the roads. You see what are they called? Brazilians and Italians doing all the construction
all
in this
our
country.
biggest constructions in this country. You can't name one.
Even retail, even the buying and selling of provisions.
Yes.
ShopRite, Melcom, Palace Mall. Which of them is owned by a Ghanaian?
In the area, we could just jump into the hospitality industry too. The biggest, the most influential ones. So
nothing is owned by. Maybe the only example is salt, which is owned by MacDan. What's it called? Electrochem. Let's hope that also doesn't get sold to anyone. Let's hope that remains a Ghanaian-owned, extractive sector. Because salt is crucial, it's important. It's important for all kinds of manufacturing. So let's hope that stays where it is. But we don't own anything else. So really, how can you call yourself an independent country when you don't own anything in your country?
And the elements that are important, which we should also note, is that having ownership of your state is having power and control.
Yes.
It's also having control of your economy. So that some people's quest to repatriate resources back to their country does not destroy the resources that you have in your state. We can't complain about our city not really being functional when everybody is pushing out the dollars out of the country.
Because
sometimes the state, the Republic of Ghana, goes begging big companies that please don't send
take
this month
your money away.
We beg you. This month, delay small, so that we can maintain the city as well as it's supposed to be.
Because somebody cut short the work that needed to be done for independence to become ownership. A wise man once said, don't just make money, make a difference. And at ABSA, they believe in helping you make a difference through their personal loans. With an ABSA personal loan, you get up to 500,000 Ghana cedis, collateral free, to finance your personal projects. With a flexible payment plan of up to 7 years, fixed and competitive interest rates, the ABSA personal loan is just what you need to open the door to the life you deserve. So visit the nearest ABSA branch or call your personal bank and to discover how to get things done. That's Africanacity. That's ABSA. Terms and conditions apply.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, fasten your seatbelts and get ready for a soaring experience. We are thrilled to bring you some exciting news as we celebrate our 11th anniversary here at African World Airlines. Now, please, it's time to introduce our brand new state-of-the-art mobile app designed exclusively for our valued passengers. Whether you're a frequent flyer or a first-time traveler, our app is about to make your journey with African World Airlines even more incredible. So what can you expect from this fantastic app? Well, folks, it's your all-in-one travel companion. You can effortlessly book your flights, manage your reservations, and even make payments all from the palm of your hand. It's like having your own personal concierge. Now, download it from your app store. It's available on both iOS and Android. Africa World Airlines has been flying high for 11 incredible years, and we couldn't have done it without your unwavering support. Thank you for choosing us, and as your preferred airline, here is to many more years of unforgettable journey together. Africa World Airlines, touching Africa, touching the world.
Any a cheers. All right, experience the excellence and global recognition of a British education combined with the convenience and affordability at Lancaster University, Ghana. Expand your horizons and elevate your career prospects with a British degree delivered right to your doorstep. Apply now and embark on a transformative educational journey that will shape your future. Admissions are currently open for the October 2023 intake. If you want to know more, go to lancaster.edu.gh. You can also email admissions@lancaster.edu.gh or call 0302 218 989 or 0209 607 008. Lancaster University, Ghana, the only British university campus in West Africa.
Hey, bruh, your baller that. Change your style. Don't be like that. Zula is here for you. Just dial *857# and enjoy hassle-free baller services. You can request for BIN anyway. Make payment for our baller services and enjoy amazing discounts and offers like 1 month free baller pickup. Terms and conditions apply. Don't be left out. We have changed our baller style, and Kojo, you should too. Call 0501 518 410 or DM us on social media platforms to find out more. Change your baller style. Tuya Nayanfao Baller. Zoom Lion, the waste management experts.
Okay, so everybody, it's a holiday now, so everybody should be thinking of what to do with the day. Here's a suggestion. Why don't you just pop everybody into the car and drive just an hour to Safari Valley Eco Park? All right, that's where you can get the safari wildlife experience of your life. It's a harmonious cohabitation of forest, water, humans, and wildlife. Just go and feed a zebra for the first time in your life. Go check out a sable antelope, a llama, wallaby, fallow deer, Patagonian mara, among other beautiful creatures. All available 1 hour from Ghana, from Accra. It's 1 hour from Ghana. Imagine 1 hour from Accra. Hiya, round the corner. And of course, they are open from 6 a.m. till 8 p.m. every day, including today. So go visit Safari Valley Eco Park with your friends and family for the thrill of a lifetime. Has Mama V booked already?
She says so, but you know, I have not seen the evidence.
Seeing is believing.
Proof of service.
Well, for more information, go to safarivalleyresort.com. Just check out Safari Valley on Instagram or call 059 691 4394.
Now I have exciting news for you and actually hope for better chance of survival. A cancer medical consultation in Ghana hosted by the Accra Medical Center in partnership with Apollo Proton Cancer Center, India. Come and seek second opinions on treatment plans and possibilities with specialists from Apollo Hospital in India and also the Accra Medical Center. Leading doctors from India and Ghana are joining forces to offer consultations and expert advice on all things related to cancer care. The date is Tuesday, the 26th of September 2023. The venue is Accra Medical Center, Ringway, and also the time is from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. You can contact Dr. Saki on 0243 382 636 or Chris on 0244 317 422 to schedule your appointments nicely. Apollo Hospitals, touching lives. Accra Medical Center, a healthier, happy client.
All right then. So listen, today on the Super Morning Show, we're so glad you could join us wherever you are. If you're in Ashanti region and you're tuned into Love FM, thank you for choosing us. In ATL FM is where all of you in the central region are dialed in to listen to the Super Morning Show. We love you so much. On X Space, this conversation is continuing and you can be a part of it. Make sure that you repost, that's what they are calling it now.
Yes, repost.
Repost on X, and we will see it as long as you use the hashtag JoySMS. All right, when we come back, we started to find out what was going on with the planned demonstration. We are told that 30 people have been arrested. About 30 people have been arrested, including Oliver Barker-Vormawor, who is one of the organizers of the Occupy Julobi House demonstration. We will come back from these messages to find out what exactly the police are playing at with how they have managed this situation. Samson Ladi Anyanini will join us, and I'll bring you a recap of what Oliver Barker-Vormawor said when we spoke to him earlier today. Stay tuned. We're back with more after these.
Are you hoping to start university this October? If you want a British degree from a world-class university at a fraction of the cost, then join Lancaster University Ghana right here in Accra. With a diverse student community, vibrant campus life, and 50% scholarships to support your study, Lancaster University Ghana provides you with a world-class education that creates endless opportunities globally. Don't miss this once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Apply to join Lancaster University Ghana, where learners become leaders. Admissions are currently open for our October 2023 intakes. Apply now for our foundation and undergraduate programs. For more information, contact us on +233 030 221 8989 or send an email to admissions@lancaster.edu.gh. Lancaster University Ghana, the only British university campus in West Africa.
Melcom, your one-stop store, presents the Made in Ghana Festival promo with over thousands of Ghanaian products on exhibition, ranging from food, clothes, beverages, stationery, bedding, cosmetics, and many more. Come to any Melcom store and taste the experience of Ghanaian products. The Melcom Made in Ghana Festival promo runs from the 8th of September to the 1st of October 2023. Terms and conditions apply. Melcom, where Ghana shops.
Ghana, are you ready? Mark your calendar as the Makers House Chapel International presents the Experience Conference 2023. From the 1st to the 8th of October, it's the gathering of the spiritual luminaries of the land. Get ready to experience Archbishop Nicholas Duncan Williams, Reverend Dr. Mensa Otabil, Archbishop Charles Ajinasari, Reverend Dr. Ampia Kofi, Reverend Dr. Steve Mensah, Reverend Dr. Ebenezer Markwe, Bishop Frank Ofosu Apia, and your host, Dr. Michael Bwedi Nyamiche. Come and experience Jesus, the miracle worker. Venue is the Destiny Arena of the Makers House Chapel International, Atomic, adjacent School of Nuclear and Allied Sciences. Time is 6:30 to 9:30 p.m. on weekdays, 8 a.m. to 11 a.m. on Saturday, and 8 a.m. to 10:30 a.m. on Sundays. It's going to be a life-changing encounter. The Experience Conference 2023. I can't wait.
The 2023 district level elections will be held on the 19th of December 2023 from 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. When you vote assembly and unit committee members into office, you give them the authority to plan, budget, and implement decisions on your behalf, because district assemblies and unit committees are responsible for the development of the areas within their jurisdiction. The assembly determines how much to spend on essential services and infrastructure, for example, healthcare facilities, schools, sanitation services, public transportation, the supply of clean water, local economic development, and security measures within the locality. There is no discrimination against eligible candidates and voters. We must endeavor to vote for the right candidate, irrespective of gender, ethnicity, or disability. A vote for the right candidate is a vote for development. All Ghanaian citizens of 18 years and above with valid voter ID cards should turn out in their numbers to vote for their preferred candidate. Political parties are not allowed in district level elections. Do not sell your vote to any political party undercover. Remember, district level elections happens once every 4 years. The time is now. Your vote is your power. Get involved. This message is brought to you by the Ministry of Information with support from the Governance for Inclusive Development Program implemented by GIZ and commissioned by the German Ministry of Economic Cooperation and Development.
In life, choice is good, but choice plus safety is way better. Your safety and comfort is paramount. Under the cylinder recirculation model, you can buy LPG in a safe environment. All cylinders are inspected and maintained to the best safety standards, so your safety is assured. Just take your empty cylinder to the nearest exchange point and swap it for a filled cylinder. Different cylinder sizes will be available to meet your pocket size. Imagine cooking in a smoke-free environment. This will improve the health and well-being of you and your family. Choose LPG in a safer model of distribution. Cylinder recirculation model. Securing your safety. Creating more jobs. A message from the National Petroleum Authority under the patronage of the Ministry of Energy.
Coffee in your cup and joy on the set. The Super Morning Show is always the best bet on Joy 99.7 FM.
You're welcome back. It's the Super Morning Show. Now, it's 9:05. Earlier on the show, we spoke to Oliver Barker-Vormawor. He is one of the organizers of the demonstration that was supposed to occupy Jubilee House today. Of course, there's been a lot of back and forth between the organizers and the police, who claim that they have injuncted the process by applying for an injunction in court, which they say they have served to the lawyers of the organizers. Now, amidst the back and forth, about 30 people, according to Oliver Barker-Vormawor, were arrested this morning just before the demonstration began. Let's listen to what he said to me when I asked him about this earlier. Oliver, give us an update. What is going on?
I'm having a bit of challenge hearing you, but they are currently in the bus of the police bus, where a number of persons were standing at the 37 truck station awaiting for others to arrive for the demonstration. Were just stood up about 500 police officers holding rifles and pushed us into a bus. We have no sense so far where we are being taken to. They don't be questioned as to why they are arresting.
How many of you have been arrested?
So we are in the process now in the bus while the bus is going. The number of citizens who are here with me, I think there's about 30 people who are initially up. There's no idea whether other people have been arrested in subsequent buses or what's going on since we were possibly removed from the ground. We are calling on any lawyer or any individual who wants to be able to provide support to those who are arrested. We don't know yet where we are being sent. If we get a sense of it, we might be able to inform. But our suspicion is that either the police headquarters or the Accra Police, Greater Accra Regional Command. So far, we have not been told anything yet. So
when you were arrested, what did the officers say? Why were they arresting
there
you?
was never anything said. They just came and started gathering people and shouting about getting to the bus.
How long had you been there by the time the officers arrived to pick you up?
Again?
How long had you been there when you got arrested?
We had been there for barely 20 minutes when they came for people. We know that people were on their way coming there. I think they have overtaken the place now. So just about 20 minutes of arriving, the police force had gathered with vehicles to come and take anybody who was there. We think that the idea is to try to disrupt the morning activities to prevent other people who are on their way coming.
Do you have any sense of where you are being taken?
We see that we are going through a market. Now, my suspicion is that this is around Makola Market. So I think we are going towards the Greater Accra Regional Command at this point.
Now, yesterday the police said that they had served you or served your lawyers with the notice of the injunction. Can you confirm that?
Well, we have responded to that in 4 statements. One, our lawyers categorically deny that any service has been effected on them. We have asked that the police provide evidence of that service and indicate who signed for the process. We have also, on advice of our lawyers, been informed that no originating process from any court and it can be served on a person's lawyer unless the person has entered into appearance with a particular lawyer. So far, the police have no sense on what lawyers are going to represent us in court, and so they cannot choose lawyers who are going to represent us in court for the purposes of this. So we don't even know. In any case, our lawyers have denied having received any such service. So we still don't know what the police are referring to. But we are clear, and our legal sense is always on the basis of advice, that even if such service had in fact been effected, the government's position has always been clear that any service of a process does not grant an injunction. This is not an injunction. It doesn't injunct you from going ahead. The examples abound around us. the Ghana Revenue Authority is going on and implementing the e-levy, even though there's a case against it, substantive case in fact. The Electoral Commission is going ahead with the limited voter registration, even though there's an application for injunction against it. So none of those acts have been called illegal or unconstitutional. So far, we are clear that we are acting in accordance with law and that the police action is illegal and unconstitutional.
As organizers of this,
we have now been brought to the Accra Regional Command.
Accra Regional Command. Thank you for that.
Yes.
Now, as organizers of this, did you anticipate this possibility? What was your plan in case you were? Did you have a plan for this? What was your plan in case you got arrested?
We have always acted in the belief that we expect the police to act legally. In any event, we have deployed services across our social media for the numbers people to try to call whenever they get arrested by the police. We have a number of lawyers who are present here, but for the number of people who are arrested, we are calling for more lawyers to come to provide legal support to the persons here.
There you go. So that's what Oliver Barker-Vormawor said to us earlier.
Interesting.
Now, we're joined by Samson Ladi-Anyenini, of course, no introduction required. But Samson, good morning to you.
Morning, Kujo.
Now, I've observed that you have some issue with the way the police have handled this matter. Would you like to walk us through your thoughts on this?
It's a sad day for the country's democracy. The police's conduct is unconstitutional, it's unlawful, it's shameful, and all lovers of democracy and rule of law must stand up and tell the IGP that the police service is not a law unto itself. It is a creature of law and must be law-abiding. You don't treat law-abiding citizens the manner in which they are seeking to treat these demonstrators who have demonstrated amply that they are law-abiding. Number one, the law says, first of all, the Constitution in Article 21 says, you and I have our right to demonstrate and to express ourselves guaranteed. The Constitution doesn't say it is giving you that right, because no human has the power to give you that right. Because that right is a God-given right. It's your birthright. It's inalienable. That's why you find it in the Fundamental Human Rights chapter of the Constitution. It is not given by the state. It is only guaranteed by the state. Then we pass a law that regulates how you can express your freedom of assembly and to demonstrate and express yourself. The law says the law-abiding way to go about such a process is to write, to notify the nearest police station that you intend to embark on such an event. Once again, let's not obscure the education. Notify, not request. There's a reason it is not a request but a notice. Because the right is not a right anybody should give to you. So it says notify them. And to ensure that they can prepare and help to police the process, let your notice be at least 5 days before the event. These people have complied with that. And from what they have been saying, and I heard them on Top Story yesterday, they did that in August. The law says if you, in section 1, subsection 4 if they bring you the notice and there are reasonable grounds, not flimsy, not, anything you just want to use to stop anybody for no reason. Reasonable grounds for the police to believe that if the demonstration happens or the event happens, there will be violence. It will lead to the breaches of the rights of other people, that for public safety, public defense, and that it will affect the effective running of essential service. Then the police, the law doesn't say the police can stop you. The law says then the police will have to make a request. Please, that's what the language the law uses, so request. While the demonstrators are only notifying you, the police, are supposed to request. It's not direct. So you request that, for so and so reasons, not flimsy reasons, reasonable grounds to believe that any of those things can happen, you can request of the organizers to postpone, number one, or relocate the event. When you make that request, the law says the people you have made the request to have within 48 hours, 2 days, to get back to you in writing, again, to notify you. It's a notice. Notify you whether they accept or do not accept, the fact that they do not accept. So if they reject your proposal, they must write and notify you. Then the law says, if they fail to bring you that notice, after they have evinced an intention to reject your request to postpone or relocate, if they fail to write to you to communicate their unwillingness, then the law says the police's right has matured to now go to a court, not to use force, not to use water cannons, not to use tear gas, and not to use arms, and not to use horsewhips, but go to a court and seek a prohibition of the event. As we understand, the police issued a statement yesterday and said they have filed an application for injunction. A police publication, a police press release, is not a court process. A police announcement in the public is not the way the law requires that service of a process should be effected on anybody. In fact, in that publication, they didn't exhibit the court process. And the guys said, and they have continued to say, that they have not been served with any process. You say you serve it through their lawyers, and you have now issued another notice, midnight, telling the world that you are refuting their claim that they have not been served, and that they wrote to you, and in that letter they wrote to you, that's long ago, they had indicated the address of their lawyers. So you file the process and you serve the copy on their lawyers. Look, I know that there are lawyers within the police service. I know that the police have access to lawyers. no lawyer worth their salt, who has gone through LLB training, not law school, LLB training, will give a non-lawyer police IGP or police command or police service that advice that when somebody sends you a letter and says, if you want to communicate with me, communicate with, you can send it to my lawyer. That means that if you go to court, the originating process, you should serve it on the lawyer. The law does not say anywhere that if you file a process, serve it on the lawyer of the person you have sued. So if in fact they have taken a copy to the lawyers, it's a non-service. That's not the way to serve. And when you serve, in fact, and we take for granted that they have served, when you serve, you don't issue a notice advising the public that they should ignore any invitation to a demonstration. You are not a lawyer for the demonstrators. You don't have a right to advise them. So you can see how they are weaponizing fear so that demonstrators will not be interested in going out there because they have become aware. We can take the let my vote count situation where some of us advocated until we lost our voices. A similar situation played out. They went there with horse whips and water cannons and tear gas. They whipped Gabi Asari and the rest of them. Somebody actually lost their eye in the process and died later. And when the matter came up for the court to hear, the court prevented them and said, you don't come to the court on the blind side of the people you are seeking to injunct. Now, Kojo, even if you have served them, I just heard you play Oliver say something, and that is the law. If you, Kojo, you want to stop me from doing something, and you go to court, and you file a process of a prohibition process, like an injunction, if you serve me a copy, it doesn't mean that you have power to come and stop me from doing what I'm doing. You cannot get police. Ask the police officers who are there and ask their leaders whether if somebody files an injunction on a land matter against a party and the other party is continuing despite the service of the injunction application, whether the police, they can go and support that person to stop the person from doing anything on the property. They won't do it. You know what they will tell you? They will tell you that go to the court and get an order of the court and ask the court to ask us to help you. Until the court asks us to help you, we will not help you. That same law applies. It's not different. So my point here is that these are officers who know, this is a leadership that knows or is expected to have been advised and advised properly, and yet have decided to act unconstitutionally, have decided to act unlawfully, have decided to act so shamelessly. And we must not allow this. On this particular day, on the birthday of Osajifo Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, Ghanaians must wake up before their rights are chipped away through unlawful process. This creeping, unlawful, shameless conduct to chip away people's fundamental human rights must not be allowed. If the people came to the grounds to demonstrate, it's either you were ready to police for them. If you are not ready to police for them, you do not have a right to touch them. If someone is disobeying an order of the court, it is for the court for you to go and cite the person for contempt. In the same way that the Electoral Commission just announced that it has received an injunction application, not an injunction order. People should make a difference. An injunction application, and yet it is going on with the registration. The Electoral Commission officers have not been arrested because they cannot be arrested. What the person who has sued can do is to go back to the court and cite them for contempt, and that is what they have done.
Yeah.
So the police's conduct is rather what is leading to an unlawful situation. That what is rather what is not which is breaching the law and order. The law says in our constitution that when discretion is given to you, it must be exercised in a certain manner. It must be exercised candidly. It must be exercised without bias, prejudice. It must be exercised without resentment. If you are sincere about what you are going to do, from what they tell us, they have had meetings with the police, and the police was arranging with them to come and try and draw some, if you like, red lines, so that if they came there, there will be a spot that they cannot go beyond. Then suddenly, if you actually want to take an action against them, you don't wait the day before the process. That is an egregious abuse of the discretion. That is in utmost bad faith, and all democracy lovers must be heard and tell the police that they are hired by the citizens, they are paid by the citizens to do a job, not to frustrate, but to facilitate the exercise of their rights. It is in bad faith. Otherwise, why do you wait until a day before the demonstration? And these days, they have been doing something too that we all seem to be quiet about. People want to demonstrate. They tell them the notice. They tell them about the routes they prefer. Then they direct them that take it to what's the name? Independence Square. Sometimes the significance is lost. They chose today's date. There is a significance in the date. You can't just scuttle their demonstration in an unlawful manner and expect us to applaud you that you are doing professional policing that will be whatever. What did the IGP say at the place? That is doing policing that will be a standard in Africa.
Yes.
Is that the standard? At the UN General Assembly, as it's going on there, there are Ghanaians there demonstrating. Ghanaians, they are not citizens, or we may not know. Not all of them may be citizens of whichever country it is. At the UN General Assembly, going on now, demonstrations are going on. What is this? The simple business of providing protection for them on a holiday, that you are not doing anything anyway. What is all this about? It's so wrongful. So and Ghanaians must speak up before their rights are chipped away through unlawful and unconstitutional conduct. This was the very reason Justice Benitez J, sitting as an additional high court judge, ruled in the Let My Vote Count Alliance case and said they should not be allowed. And since then, they have been stopped from going for these injunctions on the blind side of the organizer. If you want to do it, they have been dealing with you since they say August something. You have not shown that to them. You wait until a day before they go on, and you do this, and you think this is lawful, and you want Ghanaians to clap their hands for you, we should watch you and be happy.
Samson, I think you've really raised some very key issues here. No doubt this becomes the conversation for the rest of the day on all platforms. Thank you very much for the legal education. Samson Ladi Anyenini, of course, host of Newsfile and prominent Ghanaian lawyer. Look, there's more to be done. We'll do it after these messages.
Better bet to play together. Play for fun, enjoy the game. Join today on a bonus penny. Come together, make we play. Say, see a betting. Games are hold on.
advertisement has been vetted and approved by the Gaming Commission of Ghana. Bet responsibly, not for persons below 18 years. Gaming can be addictive.
Hi, now let me share my wildlife experience with you at Safari Valley Eco Park. On our arrival, we were greeted by experienced tour guides who took us through an orientation on how best to enjoy the experience. We were surrounded by wildlife from the moment we entered the eco park. We saw zebras, sable antelopes, crown cranes, maras, silky chicken, emus, wallabies, deer, ponies, and so many animals. We watched the animals roam freely in their natural habitat, undisturbed by our presence. Our tour guide told us so much about the wildlife, their behavior, and how to interact with them. I even fed them. We also went fishing. Then we took a break to have lunch in the beauty of the open space. All of this fun and activities for a starting price of 250 cedis, and it's free for children below 6 years. As the sun began to set, it was time to go back home, but not before our sunset dinner by the campfire. We've had a thrill of a lifetime, and I can't wait to visit again. Safari Valley Eco Park, bringing you closer to nature.
Here she comes. So simple, yet captivating, exuding confidence, elegance, and effortless beauty. Introducing the all-new Ahorfe from GTP. The perfect fusion of nature's splendor and intricate designs to enhance your own unique style. Each pattern designed with precise intention, printing moments into memories, just like the cherished things in life. Make life beautiful. Embrace it with the all-new Ahorfe from GTP, available in various colors and designs. Visit shop.gtpfashion.com to order now. GTP. Life styled.
The eagerly anticipated Pick 1 game has arrived with a bang. Choose your favorite number from 1 to 36. Stake and get ready for the excitement as we unveil the lucky number. Prepare yourself to unleash even more moolah by staking from 1 Ghana cedi to 350 cedis and win 26 times your stake on the amazing Pick 1 game. Play by dialing *946# on all networks. You can also play via our website or download the Game Park app on www.gameparkgames.com. Watch our live draws on Adom TV at 9 a.m., 12 p.m. and 6 p.m. daily. Game Park, more moolah, more power. This game is regulated by the National Lottery Authority, not for persons under 18 years. Play responsibly.
Coffee in your cup and joy on the set. The Super Morning Show is always the best bet on Joy 99.7 FM.
Hey, Bobo. You're welcome back. It's the Super Morning Show. It's a holiday edition, and we're celebrating Kwame Nkrumah. But not just that. You know, things are happening across the capital. Demonstrations are being prevented. Police are doing some arrests even before they commence. So yes, people are arresting people. We are told that about 500 police officers with guns came along to arrest about 30 people who hadn't even started demonstrating yet, and they are on their way. Well, the last time we spoke to them, they were on their way to the police headquarters. We have to find out what's happened.
The regional office.
Yes, the regional office. Thank you for that. Yes, so we're awaiting the outcomes of this, and of course, Oliver Barker Vomawa, who is one of the organizers, spoke to us.
No resource originally planned as a 3-day demonstration.
Yes, indeed.
From now to Saturday.
Yes, they were seeking to raise money to make sure that could happen.
And picket at the Flagstaff House.
Yes, and the police have headed them off at the pass with this arrest. Samson Ladi Anyenini spoke to us, raised some very, very important constitutional issues about the actions of the police and how they utterly violate the Constitution. So this is a conversation only at its inception. We'll be talking more about this. The Rotary Club is here, by the way. We'll be learning more about a very special event, a very special project of theirs, and an event that they are doing in aid of that project.
I like charity groups.
Yes. And the Rotary Club, I mean, they are the standard really here in Ghana when it comes to charity work. So, Litina Travel and Tours wants you to take the opportunity to go check out Israel in October and November. 7-day trips, great prices. You can be on one of those two. Or you could be on the CalBank Women Banking trip organized to Turkey and Dubai. That's in October, and it's for all CalBank clients or prospective clients to visit and engage the Turkish business community from the 11th until the 16th of October. Business sectors include pharmaceuticals, agriculture, cosmetics, furniture, fashion and textiles, food and beverages, construction equipment, and medical equipment, among others. Limited places are available on these trips, so call Tina on 0244 260 789.
Because you're still morning, right? So I have some delicious news to share with you today.
That's right.
Imagine a biscuit made from real cereal, packed with wholesome oats and grains, containing less sugar. This biscuit's not only a treat for your taste buds, but also a nutritious option for all ages. I am talking about McBerry breakfast cereal. McBerry breakfast cereal can be enjoyed at any time of the day, particularly at breakfast with any beverage of your choice. It's delicious, nutritious, and affordable. It's made with whole grain oats packed with fiber and real cereals with less sugar. I need to stress that point. Worry no more. With McBerry breakfast cereal, your kids have the perfect snack they can take to school. Beware though of imitation. Remember, go for the original McBerry breakfast cereal biscuit and start your day with a smile. McBerry breakfast cereal, goodness for your morning. This advert is FDA
approved. All right, Kingdom Books and Stationery says you still have until October 31st, 2023 to enjoy the back to school promotion. 10 to 15% off textbooks, pens, pencils, erasers, exercise books, and so much more across all branches in Accra, Tema, Kumasi, Takrady, Winneba, and Cape Coast. So, if you want to know more, call 0302 764 101 or you could try 0302 764 209. You can email info@kingdomgh.com or just go to the website kingdomgh.com. Kingdom Books, where quality and affordability are both assured. Terms and conditions apply.
Now, we talk about water all the time. In fact, life without water is impossible. But what do you really know about the water you consume? With Verna purified water, you're not only guaranteed the pleasure of satisfying your thirst, but you're also assured of water that is purified using a series of filtration, reverse osmosis, UV sterilization, and ozonation to meet the standard quality your body needs. With over 100k bottles consumed every day, Verna purified water has gained acceptance as the #1 water brand in Ghana today. Now, with every bottle of Verna water you consume, you directly contribute to impacting lives through the Verna Changing Lives initiative. From its orphanage project to drilling of boreholes, surgery payments, and payment of fees for brilliant but needy students, Verna purified water continue to support many beneficiaries each year to change their lives for the better. Share the love, get a bottle of Verna purified water, and enjoy the pure, refreshing taste. Verna purified water is recommended by the Ghana Medical Association. Verna purified water, changing people's lives. This advert is FDA
approved. All right, so the Rotary Club will be here to tell us about their very special project and the event they are doing in aid of it. Okay, we'll tell you all about it when we come back from these messages.
Oktoberfest is here again. Ghana's premier 5-star hotel and your CMG hospitality facility of the year. Labadi Beach Hotel brings you another exciting edition of the biggest beer festival in the world, Oktoberfest 2023. Performing live is the Bayern Boys Band from Germany. Catch all the fun with German traditional food and beer at the plush Labadi Beach Hotel on the 6th and 7th of October 2023. For enquiries and reservations, please call 0302-772-501 or 0249-532-866. Oktoberfest Beer Festival. Come, let's party! Stay at the YMCA. It's fun to stay at the YMCA.
Tina Travel, in collaboration with Cowbank Women's Banking, is inviting all current and prospective customers of Cowbank to join their second business trip to Turkey, Istanbul, and leisure in Dubai from the 7th to 16th of October 2023. The cost of the full package starts from $2,550 per person and includes visa, flight, hotel, B2B meetings, tours, airport transfers, and travel insurance. The business areas include construction and building materials, furniture and interior decor, fashion and textiles, cosmetics, agricultural products and equipment, pharmaceuticals and medical equipment, industrial and heavy equipment machinery, food and beverage and processing equipment, spare parts, and many more. For inquiries, call Tina on 0244 260 789 or Gifty on 0270 302245 or Akosia on 0555 171311 or walk into any Cowbank branch or Litina Travel and Tours at the Alisa Hotel Northridge, sponsored by our media partners Joy FM and the Multimedia Group.
We need you to read all of this in the next 30 seconds. Is that okay?
Yeah? All of it? Do they really offer all of this?
You ready?
Yeah.
Let's give it a go.
All the goals, clashes and moments. All of Rashford, Salah and Saka. All 380 games, all in HD. Available in all the languages you want, on all the devices you enjoy. Choose the bouquet you want from all the options available. The Premier League, all on DSTV.
Coffee in your cup and joy on the set. The Super Morning Show is always the best bet on Joy 99.7 FM.
She said, when we get the money, call anytime and it is an emergency. Before you kiss and caress me, give me my money, man. We on a new level now. 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 We on a new level now.
I don't really care what people say. I don't really care what them want do. They just tryna take me from my pockets. Get me from my cryptocurrency. New level, new devil. Tryna race for the money, gold medal. Snake me for the money, won't let her. Pretty girl, but her heart cold blooded. Oh, but you so fine, to my eyes might be worth the trouble. Come and help me count my paper.
Some girls nowadays, them ask for some cryptocurrency. It's a different thing how we do in the 21st century. She said, when we get the money, call anytime and it is an emergency. Before you kiss and caress me, give me my money.
All right, you're welcome back. It's the Super Morning Show. It's a special holiday edition, and our friends from the Rotary Club of Accra, Ring Road Central, are here with us. There's a reason. There's a reason why they're here. Kwadwo Kuram is the president, and Nakmeed Kamara is the fundraising director. They're both going to tell us exactly why we should all be excited that the Rotary Club of Accra, Ring Road Central, is up to something good. Somewhere nearby. So Kwadwo and Nakmeed, good morning to you both.
Good morning to you and good morning to your listeners.
Indeed. All right, so let's maybe start from the beginning for those who might have been living under a rock and don't know about the Rotary Club. Tell us about the Rotary Club of Accra and Ring Road Central. Yeah.
Well, we belong to Rotary International, and Rotary International is a service organization that was started in Chicago, USA in 1905. Over the years, Rotary has grown to almost all countries around the world, and Rotary is made up of 1.3 million people who give up their time, resources, just to help make lives better for those. One of our main things has been with the eradication of polio,
right? Where
Rotary, together with WHO, has been organizing polio vaccination exercise, annual vaccination exercise, and gradually we have just about eradicated polio from this world. That's been one of our major achievements. But whilst that is going on a global scale, individual Rotary clubs also step in wherever we see a need in any community. It doesn't necessarily have to be a community where we are directly benefiting from. But once you identify the need somewhere, we look at it, and if we can step in to make things better, we do. That is what has happened with Brekusu, where we saw a CHIPS compound which was providing healthcare services for the community, and we really thought, no, we could do better. I mean, they needed something more than that, better than that. So in 2001, we started the construction of a clinic for them. Initially, we had thought of going to renovate their CHIPS compound, but when we got there and we took a look at it, we just thought, no, let's leave this and get them a complete new facility from scratch. So we started constructing a clinic for them. We've come quite far. I mean, we've been able to roof the building. We now need to finish it up, and that is why we're here today.
Indeed. Now, you've led perfectly to my next question, because you've got this event coming up, Walk for a Child.
Yes.
And this is all because of the clinic that you've been building that you want to complete. But I'm confused. I mean, why walk for a child when obviously the clinic will be serving the whole community, not just children?
Yes. Walk for a Child is actually an annual sponsored walk that our club always undertakes in September of every year. And it always goes into our charity activities. And when we started, we're always aiming for doing something for children. We've helped the children's hospital here in Accra. We have an orphanage, the Crescent Orphanage, which we always donate to annually. So that's how the walk got christened as Walk for a Child. Yes. But this clinic obviously it goes beyond children. Yes. It will be benefiting everybody else around there, not alone the children.
If you just joined us, we're talking to Kojo Koram. He's the president of the Rotary Club of Accra, Ring Road Central. He's here with Mahmeed Kamara, who is their fundraising director. We're talking about a big event coming up, Walk for a Child. And the whole idea is to help them complete the clinic, which they started to construct all the way back in 2001.
No, 2021.
2021. Thank you for the correction. 2021 in the Brekuso area. All right, so, I mean, give us a bit more about the history of this project. You know, what caused you to start it, and why Brekuso?
Well, Brekuso, because at the time, what we saw struck us as urgent that they needed. One of our club members just chanced upon it, saw it, and felt, no, this couldn't be. This needed some intervention was needed. So what we do is that we always have, when you're driving around, wherever you're driving in the country, we've done projects as far up as Jirapa. Yes. So if you see something, you bring it to a club and we'll put it in what we call our project bank. So every year we review the project bank and we pick out the most urgent ones, which we think we can do. Right. So that is how come this was selected, because we felt the need was very urgent.
It's wonderful. All right, now let's talk about the goal, the target. How much money do we want to raise for this project?
Thank you very much, and that's my own mandate and responsibility.
That's right. Yes,
that's what gives me sleepless nights right now. And initially the project had 1.8 million cedis as a target. We've been able to raise over 800, and which is why we're able to complete bits of what you probably see in the pictures and that will be shared for the clinic. But we currently have a target of just over 1 million cedis.
Okay.
We know the name of 1 million sounds huge, but we know that the generosity of Ghanaians will help us achieve that, and that is our goal. We want to raise that during the Rotary year. The Rotary year starts in July of the annual calendar year and ends the following year as well. So we want to use this opportunity to actually appeal to Ghanaians and residents of Ghana to help us achieve that goal.
Even non-residents?
Yes, residents and non-resident, because we have, of course, we are lucky now to have digital platforms that you can be anywhere in the world and donate to a worthy cause. We believe this is a very worthy cause. We believe that the people, especially women and children of Brekuso community, deserve the clinic that we are building. And we hope that the generosity of Ghanaians, non-Ghanaians, and people who want to see the transformation of lives can help us achieve this goal.
So, has it been hard? Has it been difficult, raising what you've raised so far?
Yes. Rotary is made up of people of service. People who come together based on the compassion and their determination to give back to society and to give back to their various communities. So despite the difficulty in raising money, we have been continuing this work. And that's, like the President mentioned, we have a bank of projects, a bank of service projects, and that's how we call it, so that we serve our community. So despite the difficulty in raising money, we're optimistic that firstly, we will deliver this, and we will get the support of Ghanaians, and regardless of the amount, the Momo number is out there, whether it's 10 cities or even the 1 million, we can actually get an individual who will say, you know what, I believe in what you're doing, and I can give you the 1 million. We are open to those contributions and donations, and we want to encourage everybody, including the station here and colleagues in the station here, to contribute to that cause, to make life easy for the people of Berikusu, but also to contribute to a worthy cause that you can feel good about.
Now we're talking to Kwadwo Kuram, president of the Rotary Club of Accra Ring Road Central, and Mahmoud Kamara, who's their fundraising director. They're trying to raise funds to complete a very important project, a clinic in Berikusu, and there's an upcoming event which is to help them raise these funds. It's called Walk for a Child. It's an annual event. It's coming up again this year, and this time around they want to focus all the fundraising on completing this project. So listen, give us the details. For those who are listening, who are excited, who want to participate, how do they go about contributing to this project?
Well, we've put out a Momo number. The club has a dedicated Momo number, which we'll put out. I think it was given to you guys. Yes. So we have a dedicated Momo number. You can send your contributions through that. We also put out our bank account information, our accounts held with EcoBank Ghana. You can contribute to us. You can join us there on Saturday, walk with us, and make a physical donation. That is also welcome. We're meeting at Laboma Beach at 6 a.m. on Saturday. We walk along the Labai Pass towards Osu, all the way to the start point of Ring Road East, around the La General Hospital. We make a U-turn, and when we walk all the way back to Laboma Beach, we're covering a distance of 8.8 kilometers on Saturday morning.
That's a rather pleasant walk, actually, along the beachfront, you know. Yeah, it's quite nice. Yeah. So for those who want to participate, I'm sure they're welcome to join.
Yes,
on the walk.
everybody. We just aggregate at Laboma Beach at 6. We hit the road at 6:30, and we hope to be done in about 2 hours. 8.8 kilometers.
Wonderful.
Should be doable.
So what's next? You know, once this walk is done, what comes after?
Well, we have other fundraising activities too. We have another one which we call Shekurama. We do that on the first Thursday of every December. Normally, the first Friday of December is a holiday. So on the eve of that holiday, we organize a jam. I mean, we're people who we like to have fun whilst we're doing what we do.
Yeah.
So we get people together. We can get a nightclub to donate their space. We get members to donate drinks. We get a DJ to come spin for free, and we organize a jam. All proceeds then go into our project bank, and we use that to do our project. And for this year, this clinic actually is not the only thing we're doing. We're training nurses in cervical cancer screening. So we nominate the nurses, we pay everything for them, and we send them to the Catholic hospital in Bator. There's a doctor there, Dr. Ifa, who's training nurses to be able to screen people for cervical cancer. So that's another project that we're doing. We're picking the nurses from all over the country. You are free to even nominate a nurse from your hometown. You pay, and it doesn't cost much. A 2-week residential course, which will cost just about 5,000 cedis, and that nurse goes back and is able to screen the entire community for cervical cancer.
That's amazing.
And it's a very treatable cancer. So once it's detected, they take the person through treatment.
And this is in addition to the completion of the clinic.
Yes. We're also working with Noguchi. There's a research work going on there to detect inborn errors of metabolism. And when that is also detected early, children who would otherwise have mental defects, behavioral, are able to be managed just using dietary management.
Wow.
It's all about it being detected
early.
Yes, so we're trying to raise money to support that research also. And we're sending some doctors we have another project in collaboration with an Italian Rotary Club and we send doctors to Italy to be trained in heart surgery. So we call that also heart for a child. At the moment, the next batch of doctors have gone to they've attended their visa interviews. They are just waiting for their visas to be issued, and they'll go to Italy to be trained for a year, and it costs the doctors nothing. Rotary pays for.
That's amazing.
We pay for everything.
Yeah.
This is about the third set of doctors who are going.
Look, you guys
or
are
the
doing,
second. It's the second set of doctors who are going, actually.
You guys are doing
and there are two of them.
fantastic work, and it's all very admirable. And I think everybody listening is encouraged and excited to support. So no doubt you'll be getting some great feedback. We'll be putting out that phone number in a little bit. Also, it will be on our social media handles so that you can
so much.
immediately start donating to this very, very worthy cause. Kwadwo Kram is the president of the Rotary Club of Accra, Ring Road Central, and Mahmoud Kamara is their fundraising director. Thank you both so much for spending time with us.
And thank you so much for giving us the opportunity and the platform to reach out to.
Anytime.
Thanks very much. We really appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right.
When you dream, dream big.
to the 26th of November 2023. Rate $3,600 single per person and $3,200 double per person. Package includes visa, flight, hotel, tours, and many more. Call and book your space now on 0244-260-789 or 0558-120-400 or visit Latina Travel and Tours at Alisa Hotel, Northridge. Media partners Sunny TV, Sunny FM, and Joy FM.
I got many drinks and plans specially for you.
Coffee in your cup and joy on the set. The Super Morning Show is